city and Orbital. Thanks for having us. This one goes out to all the commanders out there. It's called Victory. I hope y'all like it. 1, 2, 3, let's kick it.
Good evening, everybody. Is everybody ready to talk about fleet carriers? Let's not talk about fleet carriers. I think we've had enough of that. What do you guys think? Tonight is Sidewinder Slaughter. Welcome, guys. I figured it had been a while and I wasn't able to make last week. Forgive me. Had some IRL and some minor health issues I had to deal with. Lyella, dude, why are you on chat? Come join us. Come, you. I know you PvP guys are just too scared of the real, the real challenging PvP. I know that's what it is, right? You can't fool me. Welcome everybody. We're going to play a little Sidewinder Slaughter tonight. For those, let me find the link for the video. Lyella is here. Good evening, buddy. How are you? Need a break? Oh, okay. When's the league start? Oh, okay. Well, shit, I didn't even know about it. Okay, okay. And so is it too late to register in at this point? Oh, damn. Oh, hold on, stream. Sorry, Layla. I don't have you coming through to stream yet. Hold on, let me fix that.
Okay.
Okay, say something now, Layla.
Yeah, it was supposed to be just for the German-speaking side of the PvP community, but they opened it up to everyone real last minute.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That's probably why I hadn't heard of it. And
yeah, we kind
okay,
of had to fight to get code registered. But
gotcha. Well, damn, I wish I'd have known because I would have gotten. We would need. I'd probably get Lego to fight with us, but we'd probably get me, Cement, and Aposto. Have been talking about
uh,
next time. Next time there was a event like that we'd put a team together for it. So
Cement, aren't you registered for the code team as a backup?
No, I don't think so.
No. Oh,
yeah, well, bummer because I definitely would have done that. And guys, I'm trying to remember the. Give me a second here. There's the overlay that I normally run that shows who's speaking. Only tracks the live streaming chat channel. There it is. So let me set up one real quick that will track the Sidewinder Slaughter channel. I've been meaning to do this anyway. Boop, boop, boop. Server voice widget. And I don't have any of the not yet. I don't think any of the moderators are here. So forgive me, guys, if I miss chat questions and stuff. It's a little tough when I don't have the other moderators here. So forgive me if I miss your question and you've got one. Please feel free to ask again. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Let's copy that. So bear with me, and I'll go over the rules here in a minute, and we'll get started. For guys that are here, go ahead and form up outside the station on me. Discord. One more moment, everybody.
so are you guys doing Eagles and Vipers as well tonight,
Yeah,
or?
so we do it. There we go. Now we're working. Yeah, so we start with Sidewinders for the first two rounds, and then we switch to exactly that. We go to in fact, good segue. So here's how it works, everybody. So for the first round, we'll start everybody in bone stock Sidewinders. You're allowed to remove anything at any time. So I've taken off the Super Cruise Assist and docking computer. They don't weigh anything, so they don't cost you a performance, but at some point, you're going to be tight on power, so you want to get rid of that. And so then every time you die and respawn, you get to add or upgrade a single module. And so what's cool about that is it adds a unique kind of strategy component that PvP normally doesn't have. It also gives an advantage to those that are maybe newer to combat. If you're the guy that's brand new, you think, oh, I'm going to get my ass kicked constantly. Well, if you die 3 times in a row pretty quickly, all of a sudden you've got 3 upgrades that nobody else has. So it kind of self balances itself rather quickly. The limitations are no seeker missiles. Dumbfire missiles are fine. Torpedoes are fine, but seeker missiles are just way too OP. They just, like, in fact, seeker missiles are outlawed in almost all PvP tournaments. I assume they're outlawed in the tournament you were talking about, Lyola.
Yeah, in League it's same as Santi rules. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you also have the restriction no No power play, no
Yeah, I
guardian.
was just about to say. Yep, exactly. So no secret missiles, no power play, no guardian modules, no engineering. So no using remote workshop, no synthesis. So not only can you not synthesize, premium ammo, which those that don't know, you can get a 30% damage boost if you synthesize premium. But you also, if you forget to rearm something like what am I trying to say? Something like
Dumbfires.
dumbfires, right? If you forget to restock and you take off, well, you forgot dumbfires that round. Dumbfires are a great weapon to use, but you have to be careful because every time you die, they don't automatically restock.
Attacked.
Yeah. So hold fire, guys. We'll start a little late. We always do. No, again. No. Let's see. What else am I forgetting? No guardian, no power play, no synthesis, no engineering, no landing and restocking even. So once you've left the mail slot, you cannot go back inside the station. You can use the station for cover, and I suggest that. So stay nice and tight to the station is a really good strategy because we play in anarchy space, so if somebody shoots the station will shoot back and kill them. Okay, so it can be a great tactic to stay really tight to try to get them to shoot the station, because if the station kills you, you do not get to upgrade any modules. Your penalty for making a dumb mistake is no upgrades that round. All right. You'll know that the station killed you if when you die, it doesn't tell you a commander that killed you. That also will happen if you ram somebody to death, but you're going to know if you ram somebody to death versus the station killing you. Obviously, this is all honor system. It's fun. We've never had to worry about anything, right? There's the only really way that you win. We kind of jokingly at the end of the round will post in Discord our rebuy, and the person with the lowest rebuy wins. So arguably you've upgraded the least or you've used the least expensive, but since there's no real way to track any of this, it's all just in good fun. So first round is Sidewinders, second round is Sidewinders again. However, we start with fixed pulse lasers instead of the stock gimbaled pulse lasers. You get to upgrade 2 modules each time you die, and we do that for all future rounds. So round 2 is Sidewinders, then round 3 we go to the standard Federal Eagle, not the Imperial Eagle, but the standard Eagle. And then for round 4, we do the Viper 3, because the Viper 3 opens up medium hard points, so you could use plasma accelerators is the big one. We did try a couple weeks ago, last time I did this, we did try the Keelback, and we've also done the Asp Scout, and it just sucks. The Viper 3 is so much more fun. The Keelback especially was just awful. Even I limited us to just class 3 defenses, so you couldn't use class 5 shields or, hull reinforcements. Even with that, it just was brutally boring and slow, and it was terrible.
That's what we found with for the last unengineered tournament is like things like the keelback just soak up so much damage.
Exactly, right? Especially if you're using unengineered weapons, you just don't have enough damage, enough damage output to really equal the defenses, and it's just no fun. Right. By the way, just quickly, guys, Lyle that you're hearing about, he's here and speak right now. He's one of our mentors here, and he's one of the top pilots in the PvP community. So great guy to get advice from. That's why I appreciate him chiming in here. As I said, the more people, the merrier. Boss Lady asked how many people are joining this week. Oh, I don't know. We've probably right now got maybe 8 or so. Not a big crowd just yet. You can come and join whenever, right? So there's no being late. It's when you get here, you get here. Start jumping in the stock ship we're in and start shooting at people. With that, we've got 15 in Discord. So let's ask the question. If you cannot see me, let's start getting you into wings and getting you into the instance. Now, quickly, Speedy, you had friended up with me, I know, before I started telling this. There you are. I just invited you to wings, so jump out to Super Cruise, lock onto my beacon, and come back and drop back in on me. Who else is in Discord that is here but is not in the instance with us?
I have instancing problem.
Okay, so 2 things. Number 1, if you're not friended with me, friend me before you say that. And number 2, saying I do doesn't help me unless literally your commander name is I do. So tell me your name as well.
Yeah.
So who is that?
Pipipilop.
And are we friends yet?
No.
Okay, so send me a friend request first. Anybody else? Going once.
I need it. I'm just working on the friend request.
Okay, great. So when you get there, and then what we'll have to do is once you get into the instance with us, because now with Pippi, my wing is going to be full. So then find somebody else that's here, friend up with them, and get instanced with and get winged up with them. Right. This is an ongoing problem that we fight, getting people in and out. You're almost certainly going to get de-instance again at some point. Stay in the wing that gets you in the instance. Okay. I'd prefer people to not be in wings just because it does make group targeting and stuff a little bit easier. But at the same time, we want to make sure we get everybody in, right? Okay, so whoever that was that I just friended, I'm full now. Cement, you're here in the instance, right?
I am.
Why don't you drop for the minute so that I can start winging these guys in and get them in?
All right.
Who is that just friended me that I just friended? Somebody I just friended. Anybody? Opal Ring. Okay, I'll get you, Opal, since I just saw that. There you
Evening,
are.
folks.
Good evening. And guys, we're going to start. Sorry, we always tend to start the first round late, a little later than I hoped, especially since I was actually here on time this time. So we'll probably start here at about 15 minutes after, and I'll just kind of adjust the times of the rounds. Then, depending on what we'll do in interest, after the end, we tend to play what we call Coriolis darts. The way that works is you get into Viper 3, you strip it down so that it's basically thrusters, a distributor, and a seat. It'll do about 454 meters a second at that speed. No shields. You go about 5 or 6 kilometers away from the station, FA off, and you boost with the goal of going through the mail slot, flipping around, and leaving without slamming into the station and getting killed. And it's pretty damn tough, right?
I will join for that one.
Oh, dude, come join. It's a blast, right? I got pretty good at it now because Crimson Gamer taught me the Crimson maneuver, the way that he does the vomit comet stuff that he does in the adder. So I'm pretty good at. Cement has been I'll have to admit, been our reigning champion at it. Okay, so who else needs to get into the instance that is not here?
Eklorn.
Okay, Eklorn. Okay,
We're friends.
Okay, great. Give me just a second because my wing is free right now. So if you're in my wing and you're in the instance, like Speedy, please drop wing from me, then find somebody else that's here and form up another wing so that I can get more people in.
Check.
And give me just a second. That was Xlorn?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice to have a good turnout.
Are half boosts allowed for that darts tournament? Is that?
Oh, whatever you want to do. I mean, the way that I ask it
Okay.
is just, we want you to go through the mail slot with FA off at a high speed. I mean, it's all good fun, right? So, again, there's no way to keep score or anything. It's just a goofy thing to do at the end, right?
Just remember you said that, my friend.
Anybody else? Anybody else
No, I
here
have a
that needs to
question.
get into the instance? Hold questions for a second here. Anybody else that needs to get into the instance? Okay, good. Question? And then we're going to get started.
Yes. What's a half boost?
I don't know if Lila wants to share that or not. Up to him.
Okay, so a half boost is okay, so
Hold on,
you
Lyle. I
boost-
tell you what. Hold on. Explain that in just a second. Let me get going, right? And then we can talk
Yeah.
about that in just a second, right? So, guys, we're going to start at 15 minutes after game time. So it's 14:40. Again, if you're Cement, are you in a wing? Are you empty
I'm
right
not.
now? Okay, I'm going to invite you back to mine so that you and I can
I have
stay
2 spots.
winged.
You need to send one. Speedy Perkins.
Okay, good to know. There you are, Smith. With this many here tonight, which is great to have this bigger crowd, we're going to absolutely have instant this year. I was talking through the start, so hold on. We're going to start a little bit late since I was talking. Give me just 1 second. We're going to start at 15:15, so in 7 seconds. So hold fire, everybody. 4 seconds, 2, 1, and go. And look at that. Everybody's shooting at me again. Imagine that. Pip management is something you guys are going to hear me talk about a lot tonight. Very, very critical, especially with this tiny, tiny little distributor, that you manage your pips as much as you can, that you're constantly bouncing them back and forth. Oh, where's somebody's shooting at me? And I'm dead already. Awesome. And you know what? Hold on. I'll stream it in Discord if there happens to be anybody here in Discord that's not watching that wants to see real time. And chat, again, forgive me if you've got a question for me, chat, that I'm missing, feel free to at me so I can hopefully see it. I've got it open on my screen where I can see it. It's just a little. It's just kind of off to the side, so and obviously in the middle of combat. So, so yeah, let's go. Let me finish what I was saying there. Pit management again. I'm gonna probably tell that 10 times. In fact, Layla, when you answer the half boost question, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. You don't want to just be lazy and leave your pips at 222 or even worse 024 or something like that. Remember that. Ooh, Layla, I'm getting a bad echo from you. There you go. Okay, yeah, something's way screwy with your mic again, Lala. Remember that 4 pips and systems makes your shields 2.6 times stronger than no pips. So big difference there. And always for the beginners, you're always going to start with the power distributor as your first module. From there, it's kind of up to you what you want to do, right? So Layla, do you want to talk about half pip or half boost and your thoughts on pips? And finally, for those as we're playing, please interrupt if there's a question like during the game, like if you can't get instance, something like that. Do interrupt for those kind of questions.
All right, mic working again?
Yeah, it still sounds a little funky, but yeah.
Yeah, I just got an Oculus update, so I think that might be what's doing it.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so obviously, yeah, your pips are going to be the most important part of this. Like X was saying, having 4 pips makes your shield stronger, which is a huge deal with these tiny ships with tiny health pools. Just being able to maneuver more easily gives you more time on target. So the more energy you have in the cap, the more often you're going to be able to boost, the longer you're going to be able to hold weapons fire, all of these things.
Yep.
Now,
like putting that energy where you need it, when you need it, is really critical.
Yeah. As for half boosting, what it is you hit the boost, and while you're hearing the boost charge up, you throw your landing gear, your cargo hatch down. And what that does is it gives you the full boost agility, but it limits you to only half of your normal max boost speed.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I said for this, like, sure, if you want to. I mean, we've never really set any rules around it. You know,
it makes it incredibly easy to flip over to the mail still.
Sure, sure. I do the way that I do it is I start FA on, I boost, I pop FA off, and then right at the very end of the boost, then I flip backwards. So yeah, at 0 throttle, that's the key, right? Stay at 0 throttle, just pitch over, and then you can go through the mail slot just backwards, and then as soon as you go through it, you boost and you come right back out, right? It's really not that hard.
The reason that half boosting through the slot makes it so much easier is because once you hear those engines start to straighten out, like you're gonna hit a stall, you pull the landing gear back up, and that leaves you like directly in the blue. So you basically have full agility the entire process.
Yeah. And again, Discord, if anybody has an instancing problem, a question about the game, please interrupt us. That's the whole reason that we're here chatting. I'm actually kind of surprised everybody is being quiet and we aren't having any wing issues. Dragon.
That's because no one's talking about fleet carriers.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
actually had a wing issue.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get you back in mine and just stay this time. If you weren't able to get into at the beginning and you needed a wing, you're going to need a wing with somebody, right? So even if you don't stay in a wing with me, and you can for right now, Opal, since I'm okay. Looks like Wolf Dragon's generally not having any problems. People can wing with him.
Yeah, just DM me and I'll grab you.
Need wing.
Echo Lorne, actually, when you get a chance, if you can maybe wing with Wolf Dragon, if you can drop with me and wing with Wolf Dragon, that'd be great. Another thing, guys, remember to try to keep the fight as close to the station as possible.
I was going to say, it's Carl Cooper here. I should be in a wing with anyone. If anyone wants to send me a wing where I can write, I've got one person here.
Okay, so Carl, you're not in the instance then, you're saying, correct?
I think I am, but I assume I am. But what I'm saying is, anyone while I'm not fighting, if you want wings, just say, and I'll wing people in.
Okay. It's funny that the station will bitch at you for flying too close, yet at the same time we're in anarchy space, so it won't kill you for it. Oh damn! You guys are beating up on me tonight. What is your second ship to buy? Depends on what you're doing. If you're that new to the game, man, a second good ship is Cobra. Give me more information. Let's see. Is it English? English Lies, I think it is. What do you want to do? If you're trying to earn credits, which, I mean, remember, play the game too. Don't just play for credits. Play for fun. If you're trying to earn credits, probably go into like an adder that you would set up for deep core mining is good. If you've got like real credits, you're going to go for something like Viper 3, maybe an Asp Explorer, DBX. I mean, that's a hard question to answer. We need to know how many credits you've got, what you want to do, that kind of thing. What your goal for the moment is.
To be clear, when you die, you can upgrade from E to A.
That's correct.
Or
That's
A
correct.
to...
Nope. You can go straight to whatever you want. Exactly. You can go straight from E to A if you happen to go from E to D for some reason, like for lightweight stuff. But yes, you can go straight to the weapon or module you want.
Are we doing 1 or 2 modules?
One modules, right? Pilot, welcome, buddy. Come join us in channel, man. Pilot just commented on the stream and says Cobra 3. I agree. Cobra 3 is a great second ship.
I think if you know for a fact that you want to focus on combat, then the Viper's a good idea. But otherwise,
yeah, I'd agree.
Cobra
Cobra 3 is probably a little better all-arounder than the Viper is.
Yeah.
But good for combat. But yes, I agree. The Viper, of the two of those, the Viper is the better combat ship. It's faster, better cockpit, more agile. Another thing that's pretty important to this, guys, especially as we start getting close to power, is setting your power priorities, specifically setting your cargo hatch to number 4, so that and your frame shift drive to number 4, so that they don't, you don't power on your weapons and everything shuts down, including your shields. Nothing like dropping your pants or getting ready to fight and have your pants drop, right?
Did you just say the Viper's better than the Cobra?
For combat, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
You don't think so? Oh, for combat. No, for multi-role.
Yeah.
For multi-role, absolutely give me the Cobra.
Ship, yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I didn't see that part of it. If that's what he's saying, then yes, I absolutely agree. The Cobra. And welcome, Pilot. How are you, buddy?
I usually tell them, like, for most things, yeah, the Cobra is probably the better option. But if you know that you're going to be focusing on combat, like that's what interests you, then yeah, go for the Viper.
Yeah, all right.
And Torgi, guys, make sure you're trying to keep the fight as close to the station as you can.
Or you could hold out and go for a DBS, which is probably the most underrated of the small ships.
You know what? I'll give you that. I got the Viper 4 coming out next Tuesday, and I had a surprisingly decent amount of fun with it. And I did the DBS the other week, so.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Does this station shoot down your missiles if you're too close to it?
If you're right up next to it, it will. Otherwise, no.
Yeah,
Okay,
You have to be very, very close.
It'll try, but the tracking isn't great on it, so it probably won't. It probably won't.
Pilot, were you able to get hold of a Cobra 4?
I had many offers to get a hold of a Cobra 4, but the whole point was that you can't buy it, so
you just skipped it.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't skip it. I did a review.
Oh, you did? Okay. I was thinking you should do a Cobra 4. Don't buy the Cobra 4. This has been the Pilot, right?
So we actually found it's really strong in unengineered like PvP tournaments, just because it's so tanky, and the hardpoint placement is actually really good on it.
Yeah, actually, the review is very much based in what I've heard and what I've seen other people say and everything like that. Like there actually is legitimate information. It's just well, if you haven't seen it, I can't give you away the
don't, because I definitely want to go watch it. And so, by the way, just quickly, Lily said eventually he wants to get, Lily's Lies. English Lies says he eventually wants to get into exploration. He's got 700,000 credits right now. I would say that if you want to get into exploration, you could just put on a fuel scoop and a detailed surface scanner to just about anything. Something like a hauler would be a good one, because you can get about a 40-ish light year jump range with it unengineered. Or no, I'm thinking, the hauler's close to that.
Yeah, no, the hauler
Unengineered.
work.
And go do Road to Riches and make about 30 million credits an hour with Road to Riches in that hauler with the amount of credits you've got. Now, you also can go do mining. Mining pays awesome, right? So if you are just about credits, you can definitely go the mining route. But if you fancy yourself an explorer and that's what you want to get into, with that hauler and that many credits, you can make 30 million an hour. I wouldn't call Road to Riches exploration because you're just doing, bang, 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 bang for credits. But it is exploration, and you are making credits that way.
It is a form of exploration.
Right, exactly. You're using the exploration mechanics, and I have a video pretty recently that's the 2020 guide to Road to Riches that'll explain how to do that, right? Then do that for 2, 3, 4 hours, make yourself 100 million credits, and then you're kind of wide. You can buy a lot of different ships at 100 million credits for again, depending on what you want to do and why you've bought the game.
Yeah, pilot. One of the reasons I usually recommend the Viper instead, it's the hard point placement on the Cobra. Like,
it is a bit spread.
You are legitimately pressed to hit like both of them on like a clipper even.
And guys, again, try to keep the fight. Try to keep the fight. It's cool to be behind the station, but try to keep it in front of the station and a little bit
I
closer.
just killed him. I'm coming back.
Okay, no problem. No, again, not a complaint. It just helps, like, so that everybody can get a fight in. Another quick tip, you'll notice, like right now, I'm sub-targeting a module when you're using fixed, even though I'm kind of missing. Sub-targeting just gives you a smaller little reticle to shoot at. I don't like using night vision. Personally, I just don't like the way it looks. So I tend to sub-target, and it can be anything at this level, because I'm just looking for something for it to give me a little micro-gimbling on. Oh, somebody's hitting me
My
with rails.
sensors are out, so you've somewhat succeeded.
Is that Pippi? Or who is it? Yeah, Pippi Lup. Am I saying that right?
No, you're not.
Well, how do you say
Anyone else? Anyone
You're
else?
supposed to say it Pippi Lup, but
Pip
a lot of
Puppy.
people
Oh, I
get that
got it.
wrong,
Pip.
so I don't really.
I'll just call you a Lup. How about that?
All right.
All dead.
Looks like Pelham's only 30 light years away from us, so.
What's 30 light years away from what? Where we are at NEX?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm jumping over. I actually couldn't find my DBX, so.
Okay.
I am in a Racing Eagle.
Okay, nice.
That still has top tier tags on it for some reason.
Oh, okay. Okay. God, that's been a while since you've flown it then, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
How long has that been? 6 months?
Oh, it's been about a year.
I know
Maybe
somebody
more.
said, "Is that Yamix's evil laugh in the background?" No, he's not with us tonight.
Are you sure?
No.
Well, I don't see him
No,
here.
that's
unless
just
he's
my
sitting-
evil laugh.
It's probably Pilot that you hear, right? Oh yeah, and by the way, Lyle, we need to catch each other. I've got a little bit of community drama to tell you the story of later tonight.
Does it involve like?
Don't say any names, please. But
Okay.
yeah.
No no F-bombs in chat.
Well, F-bomb's fine. Oh no, it doesn't involve him at all.
Okay, good.
No. When you said F-bomb, I was like, what? You can curse your... Oh, that F-bomb, right? No, it does not involve that one. Let's see. What do I want to do? I think I'll do hull first. It's funny, like I just put on chaff, and I don't think I used it once because I totally forgot that I had it on there. So going with hull is a great choice, guys. I just went with mirrored hull. Most everybody is running energy weapons.
So, if you have the power to go for it, I think I would actually recommend Banks. Like,
Oh, I do
nobody's
banks
got
all the time.
the-
I do banks all the time. Yep, I'm not there yet. Like, pretty much have to get to a fully A-rated ship to do that, which
Yeah.
usually we don't get to in the first round with the Sidewinder. Speaking of guys, we usually stop at 30 after. We'll go another 5 minutes, and then we'll switch to 2 modules per death. So we'll stop at 35. Game time.
Are you sure the station has to be close to shoot down missiles? It keeps shooting my missiles down.
I haven't had it shoot any of mine down. Let me put it that way.
Oh man, tunneling really bad in here.
If you need a wing invite just to get here quicker, I can give you one.
I've got bandwidth on the tunnel, so it looks like I'll be there eventually.
Yeah, it's shooting out every single one of my missiles.
It hasn't shot down a single one of mine, so I'm not sure what's up.
Huh. It's really annoying.
Cement, is that you shooting at me, you little bastard? I know it is.
Get him.
I'm trying. I'm not a great, like, I've never been a great shot with rails.
Yeah, I'm not a fixed mount.
The trick is to aim the ship at the ship. It's hit scan, Commander.
Well, no, but it's the little fine gimbling with stick. I've just never been that great at it. Well, that was who was it that gave the advice? Well, you just shoot more and get shot less, right? That's how you win at PvP, right? You hit them more and you don't get shot less, or you get shot less, right? I mean, that's the trick.
Great advice.
So having something bound to, hey, let's use the chaff I brought. Having something bound to being able to do next and previous sub-targets is pretty key.
Actually, I'll throw this down in the live streaming channel.
Okay, cool.
You guys are getting pretty far away.
Here, this is actually the explanation for how to PvP.
Oh, you know what? Hold on, I'll put that on. When I die, I'll put that up on screen because that's great. Who was just saying? Am I? Yeah, some folks are getting pretty far away. Is that what you're saying? Somebody? So yeah, try to pay a little attention to that if you can. So you'll see, like, as soon as I boost turn, I go full Pipson engines to get that energy back, and then once I'm out of the turn,
oh, somebody's got rails
to my systems. Now I'm going to let my engines charge a bit as Steven runs from me.
Yeah, I got no weapons.
I knocked him out for you, huh? Well, I'll let you go if you're trying to. It looked like you were reboot repairing.
Yes, sir.
Yep, which you're welcome to do. There's no problem with that. We got a minute and a half, guys. About a minute and a half till this round's over. You can also do a 2-rail build. That works pretty well. You'll start to have some heat issues with that, though. Dumbfires, as folks on stream are seeing, is what I'm using, is a great choice. I like to go with a single dumbfire. Beam laser, fixed beam is another great choice. Here's the guide to PvP Lyella was just putting up. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. I like that. All right.
That was my wingmate Bernard who made that one.
Okay, gotcha. And let's see what time is. We might be good to go. We're very close. I'm probably not even going to respawn out. Oh, come on.
It is 35 or 34 actually.
Yeah, I'm in the spinny taking forever this time.
I'm not going to bother relaunching. There's not enough.
Yeah. And man, boy, it's taken me forever for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay, 5 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1, and hold fire. Round over. Hold fire. Round over. So everybody hold fire. Now fast travel back to the station. That's the quickest way to get back. And by fast travel, I mean shoot the station and it'll jump you in. If you would like, check out your rebuy and put your rebuy in the live streaming text channel, and we'll see who quote unquote won.
I have a question.
What you got?
Do hull reinforcements lower your integrity of your modules?
No, they just don't do anything to your modules. So ultimately, like with a real PvP build, you would want module reinforcements because those add 60 and then up to 80% reinforcement to modules. So So yeah, everybody put in their rebuys in the live streaming check channel, not in the live stream itself. Sorry, Lup, in the text channel in Discord is what I meant. Yeah, so where I just posted. So I'm at 12.6. And so then everybody jump in another bone stock Sidewinder. This time you're going to swap to swap your gimbaled pulse lasers to fixed. That's a requirement, so everybody has to do that. Man, do I have the lowest so far? You guys killed me a lot too. I'm surprised.
I'm not putting mine in. I just got in here like the last second.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's exactly. No, there's a live streaming, a hash live streaming channel.
Is
down with
Pilot
the chat
gonna join
channels.
us?
Pilot, you gonna
Well,
join
I
us?
didn't just arrive. I did just get here. So.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Welcome.
All right.
We'll give you a good welcome, like Exegius.
Yeah, I'm sure.
By the way, chat, I just happened to see somebody was asking about material gathering, and Darkside, thanks, buddy, was mentioning the video that I've got. Oh, by the way, Gavin or Agirl123, thanks for the host. I just happened to notice that on chat on Twitch. Forgive me for not noticing that. Thank you. And if you're looking for to gather engineering materials, like not to suck my dick too much here, but it's probably the most important engineering video I've ever done. It covers all three methods to getting manufactured raw and data. It covers the fastest ways to get them. Things like you can get 100 grade 5 data in about 15 minutes. You can get 100 manufactured grade 5s in about 20 minutes. And you can get all of the grade 4 minerals. Remember, there are no grade 5 minerals, they're just grade 4. You can get all of the grade 4 minerals except for selenium in about 5 hours. So that one does take a lot longer, but you literally will have 150 of all of them. Then you go to a material trader and trade down. If you do that literally twice, and granted that's 10 hours, but in elite time, that's not that much. In those 10 hours, you will almost never, you might not need minerals, a normal player, ever again. So that's big, again, probably the most important video I've ever made. It's certainly one of the most useful. And Cement, thank you for pooping on me once again, my friend. I appreciate it.
All right, so walk me through this. Bone stock Sidewinder.
Bone stock Sidewinder. This time you're going to change.
You probably want to ditch a lot of the superfluous stuff like
Yes.
the cargo rack,
Yes.
all that kind of stuff.
All right.
Yes, so take off the cargo racks, take off specifically the Super Cruise Assist and docking computers, since those require power. I mean, the cargo rack doesn't weigh anything with no cargo in it, so it doesn't really matter.
You can take off the planetary landing module off.
Yeah, but that doesn't, again,
No mass, no power.
Yeah, no mass, no power, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but it's 500 credits on the rebuy.
You know what? That's true, actually. It's funny you say it that way.
Well, if you're trying to max minute.
Hey, that's actually a good point, right? And this time, Pilot, you're going to switch to 2 fixed pulse lasers instead of the gimbaled ones that you get by default.
Got it.
Techno Gaming, if you're asking what the best method to get Federation rank is, I actually have a video on that too. Hold on, I'll find the link for you. Where's the new one? Here we go. Copy link. There you go.
All right, I'm not messing with Lyella.
Yeah, we got some real pilots here this time. I love it. So yes, if everybody hasn't picked up, we should all be focusing Lyella, just to be clear.
What's his in-game name? That's
Lyella.
what I figure out.
Still Lyella.
Yeah, exact same thing as in Discord.
I'm trying to find him is the thing.
Oh, he's out here. He's right out in front of the station.
I don't have him friended, so I have to scan
So
every
guys,
ship
we will start at probably 42, something like that, in about 1 minute or so, maybe 2 minutes. We'll just kind of see. It's a good idea to go through and set your power priorities. I said that last time. Forgive me for repeating myself. You guys know I'll do that a bunch. But get your power priorities set. Specifically the cargo hatch. Oops, I don't want them on 1. What am I doing? Cargo hatch and frameshift drive. Make sure to set those on 4 so that they'll automatically power off. Anybody here in Discord that is not in the big instance, because we might actually wind up with 2 instances. So as long as you've got somebody to shoot at, great.
Double X. Bionic dryer.
Carl
I cannot
Cooper,
get
can
to
I get
instance
him?
anymore.
One at a time, guys. One at a time. Okay, hold. But Lila, do you mind dropping my wing? And if you don't stay in the instance, we'll get you back in. But if you don't mind dropping a wing for me, so I can get him in.
Yep.
Anybody else?
To be clear, are we switching vehicles?
No. So yes and no. So what you should do is buy another brand new Sidewinder rather than spend the time to return yours back to stock. So just buy another one, swap the gimbaled pulse lasers to fixed pulse lasers. Then you should take off the Super Cruise Assist and the docking computer, and then you're ready to go. Make sense?
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm open to wing with anyone if they need it. I've been very stable this entire time.
Anybody
Yes, thank
else? Anybody else need a wing? Anybody else not in the big instance?
Carl
Excellent.
Cooper here. Hope you could do the wing, please.
Okay, Carl, can you wing up with Deadeye?
Yep.
How to check damaged stations. Really, the best way and only way to do that would be to go to the galaxy map, turn on the filter for them, zoom all the way out, and look. Like right now, if I turn off repairing stations, the damaged, and look at that, there are none. So that's the best way. And there have not been damaged stations in a while now. Guys, I talked right through that. We're going to start at 4230, so in 25 seconds. I'll give myself a little bit of an advantage this time. Flying FA off, or more than likely for the new folks, toggling frame FA off, so that right before you get ready to turn, you toggle FA off, you boost, do your turn, and as soon as you line back up on your target, if you're using fix especially, once you line back up on your target, you can put FA back on to steady yourself. That's how I fly. Lila, do you fly something like this? Oh, I missed the go. Hold on. 3 seconds, 2, 1, go. Yeah, just go. Do you fly full FA off and something like the Sidewinder even?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not really a reason to turn it on ever.
Yeah, well,
So-
unless you don't have the skill like I do. So I admit I fly. I'm a toggler.
This is 2 upgrades, right?
2 upgrades. Yep,
Yes.
2 upgrades per death this round.
Cool.
Mod of the instance, can somebody send an invite to Speedy Perkins 88?
Can you get winged up and fronted up with Deadeye for that?
Yeah, hold on.
Great.
Just send me a friend request out.
Yeah, my wing is full right now.
Is Deadeye 321?
Yeah, Deadeye, you might change your Discord name to that just to make it easier for folks.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'll do that after this stream. After Sidewinder Slaughter.
God.
I just did it for you, did I?
Ah, cool. I know you could do that.
Jazzer, thank you very much for the support, my friend. I appreciate it, buddy. Quite generous of you. I should have clarified earlier when Cement pooped on me. He does the little poop emoji every time he donates $1. So actually, it looks like the exchange rate right now is pretty good because that dollar between it looks like it's right about $1.20 right now. Because
I'm not sure.
YouTube does the exchange rate calculation in real time.
Yeah.
BD, Carl, could you send him a wing invite because I'm currently not in the instance.
Who is it, sorry?
Hold on, I can get him in.
I just found out the
tell me
hard
the
way.
best.
Oh, there
I
you go. I
just
see
found
him. There you go. I sent you a wing invite, Speedy.
Yeah. Lup, did you
Try
get?
to
Are you
drop
good,
on
Lup?
Carl.
I know you were asking a question there.
No, it wasn't a question. It was more of like a. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. Boy, yeah, it's respawns are taking me forever because we've got so many people here.
Did you get that, Speedy? If you do, drop on Carl because I'm not currently in the instance.
Check.
Good.
And again, remember, guys, if you wing up with somebody, you'll probably have to jump out to Super Cruise and then come back in and drop on their beacon. You know, if you wing up, and then some people kind of forget this, if you wing up and then you frontier flop, you'll get kicked out of the wing, so you don't want to do that. Let's see.
And Carl,
you know what?
have your beacon on, right?
I'll play a quick game here
I think I do.
with live stream. Live stream. Why don't you guys pick what weapons you want me to run? I'll do defenses first, but you guys throw out some suggestions as to what weapons you guys want. Please be nice to me.
Oof.
I know.
Finally
I
at the
know.
station.
Mining lasers.
Oh,
So
that would be
still-
brutal.
Still
Can't
one
do
more
PAs,
to
guys. Can't do PAs because it's until we get to the Viper.
Well, I could do cannons.
Abrasion
You can do
blast.
Abrasion
cannons.
blasters.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do
abrasion
that.
blasters are good.
Is it fixed only? Is that
No,
the
no.
rule of
So
this
you
one?
have to start with fixed pulses this round.
Okay,
But
okay.
you can choose to go back to gimbals if you want to.
Oh, the fixed pulses were working out pretty well.
The fixed pulses are actually pretty great. Yeah, the fixed pulses are pretty great actually. You know, any of the hit scans are nice. And so I see somebody hitting me, guys. So I just popped my pips to systems, and now that I've lost my shields anyway, I'm gonna not worry about systems for the moment. It takes 10 seconds for your shields to start to regen. So during that 10-second window, there's no point in having anything in systems. Unless you got heat sinks that you're relying on. I guess there are technically some
What do you
reasons.
call it when you're in the drop tunnel?
The Braben tunnel.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we call
I
it.
mean, that sucks.
I think I'm just gonna go thrusters and distro first. See how that works out.
You know, I almost never do thrusters on the Sidewinders. And I do them really late, I should say. Not saying you're wrong, right? Just...
Let's see what, because I said, I think I almost had a few people planted, so... The
Rails
pulse
are
lasers might
obviously
actually
great
work
for
out.
that. Somebody said mines, right? And
yes.
Techno Gaming, absolutely you can get Fed rank without doing donation missions, although I do think donation missions, you should do donation, if you've got the credits for it, you should do donation missions along the way whenever you see a donation mission. No, in fact, the standard way is to use the delivery missions, right? You'll do data delivery missions between the different systems. Oh, mines. Let's see. Fragment cannons. No. Frag cannons are terrible. Mines, rails, missiles. Oh, let's see. I think I'm
Frag
gonna
cannons
go.
are fun.
They're just so tough. Short. You got to be so close with. You know what? I'll do 2 frag cannons with this one.
Oof.
Yeah. I mean, who cares? It's all in good fun, right? So,
No, I got like
If you
6
plan on
people on
ramming
me.
them anyway?
What was that, pilot?
Yeah, that was...
If you plan on ramming them anyway, frag
Yeah,
cannons are just
yeah.
great.
Oh, frag cannons are great for, like you said, for like a Orca maybe. They're great on the Mamba. I mean, they can be fun. The pacifier frag especially is fantastic. Just on the Sidewinder, because you've got to be so up close. You know, they're an up close slugging kind of weapon, and that's not the kind of fighting that this Sidewinder build lends itself to, obviously.
Treachery. So annoying.
Yeah, and if you guys are pledged to power play, because this is a power play system, you will get, you'll get bitched at from your power. By the way, that's a quick tip. If anybody that can hear my voice is not pledged to a power play faction, you are wasting time. Get pledged. There is almost no negative to it, and you are just wasting time where you could be earning those modules, because it takes a month to unlock each module. So if you're not pledged right now, pledge to somebody. If you don't know who to pledge to, and you've got 500 million credits, do Aisling Duvall, the hot blue-haired chick, because she does prismatic shields. If you have less than that, then there's lots of things to discuss. Personally, I think the pack hounds are a lot of fun, right? And that's Leon Ree, so pledging to Leon Ree, but pledge to somebody. Then in 3 weeks, go watch my video on how to earn merits, and then another week after that, you'll unlock the module and buy it. So stop wasting time. Pledge to the power right now. If you're playing Slaughter, next time you get killed and respawn, pledge to somebody if you're not. The negatives to it are exceedingly minor. So just kind of trust us and get pledged. Who would you, Lyella, who would you go second after for kind of your normal player?
Pack hounds are the best.
I'm a big fan of pack hounds, I'll admit. I just think they're fun.
I like
Wolf Dragon needs a invite to get back.
Okay. Can you wing up with Deadeye, Wolf Dragon?
Let me kill Pilot first.
Yeah.
Get the important thing done. I'm good.
I've got Wolf Dragon. Just brought him in.
There you go, pilot. Does Wolf Dragon still need an invite?
I've got one from Carl, so that'll
Okay,
work.
yeah, then he's in the same wing.
Nice thing about the frag cannons, at least, is they take up like next to no energy.
Did I knock out all your thrusters, pilot? You seem to be drifting there.
Yeah, I was having fun trying to turn there. I was not gonna.
That totally wasn't the sound of gloating.
But it's just the range. You guys see the range on these things is. Oh, nice. Let's see if you got me, Lila. All of this matters to console players, guys. It's the same. Everything in the game is the same for console players. The only difference is we can't play in the same instance, right? Console absolutely has power play, 100%. It has power play. It has every single system exactly like the PC does. The only differences are we can't wing up together. And you have to create squadrons in each, right? But we have a level 11 or a squadron 11 in all platforms, right? So PC, Xbox, and PS4. And the only other thing is what was the other one I was going to go to? But basically, no, it's all the same. It's all the same BGS. It's all the same powers. The states matter the same. Everything is the same. You just can't play with each other. So, Jack, absolutely, if you're in console, you absolutely should still pledge to a power, 100%. All right, I'm going to stick with these cannons, these frag cannons, for one more round. But then, chat, you guys got to give me something else. You got to give me something better than this.
Give him mining lasers.
Oh, that's even worse. Who is the best PvP combat pilot I've ever faced? Ooh.
Have you fought Coral yet?
No, I've never fought Coral. Like, there's a few that I just haven't fought that would be on that list. I'm not gonna just say this because he's sitting here. Liella is definitely one of the best I've ever faced. It's gonna be kind of a lot of guys like Lego Robot, maybe Gabriel J. J-Zod's probably up there, but I've beaten J-Zod. Pelly, Captain Pelly. I'm trying to think of who else. Because a lot of the guys, I mean, because, I enjoy PvP and I've done some, but I'm by no means, like a PvPer. I know how it all works. I'm competent at it, but I just don't get the time and don't spend the time to play it like, to go do it like guys like Liella and NATO and those groups do.
Pig's pretty good, isn't he?
Pygmaeus, right? L'Intouchable. Right, those would be some others that are very good that I've fought.
Have you fought Lynn? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I fought Lynn several times.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think I've ever beaten Lynn. I don't think I've ever beaten Pygmaeus. You might not remember, but I actually have beaten you once. I
remember that.
I remember you were I remember and I'm joking that it was an excuse. I remember the build you were running was like, I wouldn't say a taxi build, but you were kind of in between things. Right? Like, it wasn't a real proper build. In fact, I'll admit I've used the end of that fight a couple times in videos because you actually, because I get to show Liella dying on screen.
Ooh, speaking of which, I'm at 400 heat.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
What are you running, Rails?
Yeah. Shieldless Rails, and I was in silent
Okay,
for a
I
while.
saw that you were, I saw you, then I lost you off my sensors.
Yeah.
And then I got close enough that you popped back on.
Oh.
Lyle, who would you say is the best pilot right now? Coral?
Coral, yeah. It's between Coral and Yamato, I'd say.
Somebody's hatch breaking me. Love it. We've had a couple fuel rats. We've had a couple fuel rats come and bring fuel limpets. Or put on fuel limpets, I should say. No, Techno's asking any better methods than doing for rank grind. The only good ones are, honestly, data delivery missions, and maybe this is why you were asking, when there's damaged stations, going to do rescues at damaged stations. I've been wanting to do a video on that for the longest time, but we haven't had damaged stations in months now, so I haven't been able to. So no, unfortunately, put on a movie. You know, Elite Dangerous, the only game where you have to go entertain yourself while you play it. Put on a movie, go watch that while you're doing the grind.
Not enough power? Who needs life support?
You know what? I honestly, it's good that you say that. I run without life support quite a lot. Oh, I just lost my canopy. Oh, that sucks.
I considered it, but I'm going just full hull on this one, I think.
That's not a bad, again, not a bad option since we don't allow seekers.
Yeah.
And we don't allow seekers, guys, because it's just, in fact, the only person who's allowed to use seekers, I was hoping he was going to join tonight, is Jerry. If you guys know Jerry, the disabled gamer that we did the GoFundMe for, he is allowed to use seekers since his weapons choices are kind of limited. We decided that would only be fair. It's still, even with seekers for him, it's still tough to get the lock, right? So, you know, it's still a challenge. What does the overriding mean that appeared above the radar? Owen Maestro, I'm not sure I'm following you.
Why do you...
I don't know what you're referring to.
Oh, when you got hatch broken.
Oh, oof.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yes, I was getting hatch broken by the limpets, and it was overriding my cargo hatch. And if I had cargo, spilling it out. So yeah, that's what it was. Yep. Thanks, guys. That's exactly what it was.
Who keeps destroying my drives?
Probably somebody with dump fires or a rail. That's great use of the dumbfire. And that's another reason we don't allow seekers, because if we were using seekers, people could just sub-target your drives and nuke them almost instantly. And guys, we're going to go to 5 minutes after 1 this time. Another quick note about weapons. The cannon is the only weapon unengineered that has no fall off. I know what I'm going to go to because I never use them in this. I'm going to go to multi-cannons. Seekers are wonderful subsystem killers. That's why the reason they're not allowed in PvP tournaments is they do the splash damage that they do will wreck your weapons without the need to sub-target anything. So you get into a fight with somebody, they don't even sub-target your weapons, and very quickly, if you're in a hull tank, very quickly all of your weapons are toast, and it took no skill to do it. So that's why we don't allow seekers. And if you sub-target with them, forget about it, right? It's just, it's just done, right? What's my longest PvP battle?
Just drives gave out completely. I couldn't even move.
Again?
Yeah.
I've had a few that were 30 to 40 minutes. I've had a few that went that long. Lila, what's your longest fight?
I had a 45-minute fight with Franz's Vulture. That thing was...
Okay. And for me, these are medium class fights, right? Yeah. So a large class fight can go, God, I mean, an hour. Cement, what's the longest fight you've had so far?
About 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Hey, if the station kills you, you're allowed to rearm, right?
You're allowed to rearm, that's correct.
Good.
Oh, I forget how much fun multi-cannons are on the Sidewinder, given those the two smalls are right up front. Oh yeah, this is great. The Daka is just awesome. Another quick tip for folks is remember your optimal turn rate is at 50% throttle. So if you're trying to quickly turn on somebody, you shouldn't just be staying at 100% throttle the whole time. You want to be bringing that back to 50% while you're turning, back to 100%.
Hey, Carl, are you flopping? Is that why you keep leaving the wing?
No, I keep getting purple Python disconnection error.
Oh,
whatever
damn.
that is, I have no idea.
Oh, it's just their silly code word for one of the, for some bug.
Sounds like a problem.
Well, I'm UK based, so I don't know. I don't know.
well,
that.
Yeah, and for those that are maybe watching or here and don't know, we also do this on Wednesday at 8 p.m. UTC for the UK folks. So this one is we call this one Sidewinder Slaughter North America, and then Wednesday is Sidewinder Slaughter Europe. Oh, I'm so funny. When you fly engineered ships all the time and you go to these things, it's...
Oh, yeah.
All right, who's over here with me? All right, Deadeye, you little shit.
You're probably gonna be.
Yeah, get away!
By the way, how much PvP combat do you do?
Not a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Could you stop with the railguns?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Technogaming, look at the video, and I can't remember, but you specifically want to just take missions between the two systems, like I think it is Chakpa and Ochoski, however you say it. So you want to take missions just back and forth between those two systems. Once you ally with all the different mission givers, you'll get more missions. And even still, even if you're not taking a full boat every time, at the moment, that's the fact. Or last time I did this and made that video, which was, granted, it was a couple of months ago, but that was the fastest way to do it at the time. A decent stick for combat? That's a hard question to answer. I run the Warthog, which is arguably one of the best. The Verpal is also one of the best. For the budget side, I'm a bigger fan of the X52 over the X56. Now, the X56 has got more inputs on it, stick and throttle. If you're looking for just a stick, really your only choice is the T16000 from Thrustmaster. But if you're going stick and throttle, either the 52 or the 56 are two excellent choices.
Someone said my name. I don't know why.
Well, you could go with Logitech Extreme 3D Pro.
And you could, and those are only like $30. And yeah, you could absolutely if you're on a tight budget. For me, any stick is better than no stick.
I use a T-Flight.
Oh, Michael, yep. Absolutely, the T-Flight OSX is for the $50 it is, or whatever it is. It's not a piece of shit. Let's put it that way. And Michael said, "Sidewinder Slaughter, huh? Boring. I need some power. I'm bored quickly." Dude, is anybody here bored?
No,
I'm not.
Right, this is hugely fun, right? Because we're all on the same playing field. I would encourage you to come give it a try. And if you want to see why the Sidewinder in general is fun, bring any medium class ship you want and we can PvP, and I'll bring my Sidewinder. Or better yet, bring a Corvette and I'll bring my Sidewinder.
Do you really think it could be a Corvette and a Sidewinder?
I've never killed one, but I've beaten them, in like an open and made them run away. All right, you little fucker.
That sounds fun.
I've seen it done.
I've killed cutters with my Cobra. I've done that before. With mine launchers. People don't understand the power of the mine launcher.
I am dying of the heat produced by my railguns.
Right? That's yeah. That's why running a single railgun is runs best on the Sidewinder. 2 is a little too hot. By the way, guys, 40 seconds and this round will be over.
After this round, we go to the
Eagle. Okay. Yeah, to the standard Federal Eagle. 30 seconds. Cement, can you kill me in 30? I don't think you can kill me in 30 seconds.
So it's gonna hold silent running for the next 30 seconds?
Pretty much.
I mean, it would help if I could actually
aim.
I don't think anyone can actually keep up with me, so...
I did finally do thrusters. Oh, and you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I just realized I did cell banks and I fucking forgot them. And I forgot them again.
I ended up ditching all my shields
and
just going straight
Time. Hold fire, everybody. Oops, where's L? Hold fire.
I wonder if I'd be able to get that plant.
Round over. Hold fire. Okay, so now everybody fast travel back.
Kill me.
Yeah, fast travel
1%.
back, get somebody to kill you.
Thank you. At least that's just 1% help.
There we go, fast travel.
Thank you.
What's some fun light gaming shit to do? I've been grinding for years. Well, come join us, Dean, and do Sidewinder Slaughter, but depends on what you find fun. You know, combat, exploration, go do some sightseeing. You know, there's lots of cool random shit in the game to go see. I do sightseeing live streams quite a lot. You know, it depends on what you find fun. That's a hard question to answer. You know, it does crack me up when people, and it's a little true that the game is, you know, a mile wide and an inch deep, but it's a lot deeper than an inch. I'd call it a mile wide and a meter deep. There really is a lot of stuff that people don't realize. You know, you just have to remember, it's a sandbox. We've got shovels and buckets. We have to go do something with it.
Well, and I do think it's kind of interesting that most of the late game activities are almost entirely community driven.
That's right.
There's nothing.
That's right.
There's nothing in the game that's going to shove you towards PvP or AX combat.
That's right.
Or
That's right.
buckyball racing or what have you.
Lots of stuff like that. Tyler, welcome. You didn't really miss anything other than we just had 2 rounds of about. Well, we've got 20 people in the Discord, 15 or 20 of us all shooting at each other's and Sidewinders. Guys, we are now switching to the Federal Eagle. Same rules as last round, so 2 module upgrades per death. Same restrictions. You want to start with removing the Super Cruise and the docking, Super Cruise system docking computers. You also want to, what I always do, because it starts you with the fixed pulse lasers top and bottom. I move them both to the bottom just so the reticles line up. I don't know what numpty at Frontier decided to do it that way, but they did. So I prefer to do it, to swap them around. So they're both on the bottom together.
Okay, so while it might keep you alive a little bit longer,
Yep.
I would not suggest doing the
Silent
reactive.
running. Oh, the reactive.
No, the reactive.
Okay.
If
I do
you
mirrored
actually care,
sometimes.
if you actually care about winning.
Oh,
that
I
is
didn't
there.
look. You know what? I didn't look at my rebuy.
Yeah, it's the cost. It's
exactly.
pretty
Oh no, you're totally
atrocious.
right. You're totally right. Let's see if I can. I can't figure out which one it was. Oh yeah, I know. There it is. It was the multi-cannon one. It doesn't tell. Let me jump in it real quick, and I'll find out what my rebuy was.
You said we're going to Eagles, right?
Dean, being doing piracy is. Oh, we are doing the Eagles. Yep. Piracy is awesome. In fact, tomorrow night I'm going to have Code, which is probably the biggest PvP piracy group. They're going to join me on stream, and we're going to show how PvP piracy works. And by the way, I'm putting my rebuy in. Mine was pretty high that time.
Are you pirating players or
players?
NPCs?
Yeah, PvP piracy. Yep. So we'll show how the right way to do that and talk about the differences in PvP piracy versus, you know, ganking, right? And, you know, how the role playing works, how, you know, what different ships you want to use, different modules you want to use, strategies, how to set up macros and send demands, how to communicate with a target. We're going to do all that. We're going to go see if we can find any randoms to pirate. And then if we can't, we'll have a couple people set up to be, you know, to be a mouse, and we'll be the cat, and we'll show how it works just with a, you know, to make sure we have a target. Because the bad thing with PvP piracy, it can be a lot of sitting there staring at your scanner.
Is it going to be Shippy and Neo on that one?
Right now, White Star. Is that right?
Okay.
White Star so far, but yeah, I'm going to invite Shippy and Neo and see if they're available. The last time I did it, I did a mining stream in open, and I pinged them ahead of time to say, "Hey guys, I'm going to be coming through. Would you pirate me?" You know, and let's show people how piracy works, how you escape from it, what are the right ways to deal with a pirate, you know, to survive it. And this side, we're going to show how to be the pirate, but as part of that, we'll talk about again how to handle a pirate. You know, what to do in that situation. You know, my short advice is, if their demands are reasonable, role play with them and give them what they asked for. If you find their demands unreasonable, or if your attitude is you can have my cargo and you pry it from my cold dead fingers, which, hey, I respect that, then we'll talk about how to escape from a pirate. The biggest thing I can say is the last thing you want to do is scream and curse at a pirate, and understand the difference between somebody role-playing as a pirate and somebody who's just being an asshole and wants to kill you. Because there is a very, very big difference. Hold fire, guys. Like for example, I'll just send to my wing. I have macro messages so that with one click, I can send my message. Right? This is a robbery. Drop 2 tons of cargo and I will not attack. Run or charge your FSD and I will kill you. Then, if they don't stop, I send them a warning. Right? Oh, little bug in my macro. Hold on. Let's try that one more time. Please stop, Commander. I only want 2 tons of cargo. Don't make me kill you for 2 tons of cargo. And then finally, if I have to open fire, opening fire. If you come to a full stop, I will cease firing immediately. Please don't make me kill you for 2 tons of cargo. If you pay, you will not be attacked again. Because I'm trying to get through to them that, look, I'm just role-playing. I want 2 tons. I don't want to ruin your night. I don't want to take all your credits. You know, in fact, you don't make credits PvP. Well, you can, but I don't make credits PvP pirating. I lose credits because I do it all for roleplay, all for fun. And it can be, I've made lots of really good friends that way. You'd be surprised how many people that you can interact with that really appreciate it when you just pirate them. We're going to start at 12 minutes, by the way, guys. So in 30 seconds-ish at 1:12 game time. Any questions about this round? All right.
We lost.
Actually, you out here?
I am, absolutely.
Oh, it split us across the 2 major instances.
Okay, as long as the other instance has a lot of people in it, probably not a big deal. We've got a pretty damn full instance, the one I'm in. 3 seconds, guys.
Instances could be bigger.
2, 1, go. Ooh, Lup, it looked like you were a popular target right off the bat, weren't you? Oh,
I feel like the Eagle's cockpit is just so cramped in VR.
Yes.
You barely able.
I like it.
I don't, somebody, I think I commented, I don't like pirating a large class, I don't like large class ships, period. I only like pirating a small class ships. I feel like it adds a little more skill to it. There's nothing, in my opinion, more fun than pirating a cutter with a Sidewinder or, you know, a Corvette with a Cobra. You know, you're fast, you're agile, you're hard to hit, you've got plenty of weapons. Yeah, you're probably not going to kill one, but it's just a lot more fun to me. You bring a giant Corvette cutter with massive shields and weapons. Where's the challenge in that? You know, it's just, it's kind of too easy to me.
I thought you meant pirate a small ship with a big ship.
No, other way around. Other way around.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds fun.
I gotta tell you, man, it's been stuck in my craw since we talked the other day.
Huh?
I really want to pirate other ships, like actually pirate them, like dock.
Oh, I know what you, yeah, like steal their ships. Like, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, I agree. I mean,
Sounds
you
like
know,
a new gameplay for fleet carriers.
I'll admit, I'm kind of mixed on it, right? Like, if there was a way for that to happen, and for the attacking, like let's say you steal from me, but I don't actually lose like an asset that valuable. That's where I'm not sure how I feel. If you follow me,
I get it.
I wish it was like No Man's Sky, where there's just you find derelict, you know, NPC ships and fleet carriers, right? That kind of thing.
I am gonna throw this out there. There is a game out there that has space legs, and you can steal each other's ships, all this kind of stuff.
Wait a minute, what game would that be? You mean the game that's not actually finished in a game yet? That game?
Well,
it's very much
thousands of dollars.
It's very much coming along, and you know me, Lila. I'm not a Star Citizen shitter. I own it. I've got like one ship in it, like a Mustang. I think there's a lot to like about it. I think it's coming along. I wish they were developing it in a different way. I wish their priorities were a little different.
Yeah, I can't be bothered to buy it. I can't spend money on this thing that I don't think is ever going to be done.
I definitely don't feel that way. I mean, I think it definitely will. I wish their development priorities were a little different. I wish they were doing it like, this is going to be hard to believe, I wish they were doing it the way Frontier was, which is completing different modules and parts of the game before they moved on to something else. Now, of course, I wish Frontier would come back to the modules they've done and finish them. But
to be fair, both games could take a note from No Man's Sky and Hello Games.
Oh, isn't that amazing to say?
Knocked it out of the park.
Isn't that amazing to say, given how bad the launch
compared
was?
to 2 or 3 years ago when we were like, oh, this is the worst game on earth.
Exactly. In 2016, did you think that you'd be making the statement you just did?
Oh no, no, absolutely not.
right? I mean, I'll admit, I was never on the, they purposely tried to scam us bandwagon, right? Like,
No, I never thought that.
right? I thought they absolutely and totally botched the launch. And they got too excited over their own product and, they overpromised and underdelivered. I think a lot of it was Sony's fault for rushing it. But what they have done should be commended and is amazing.
Did you ever watch the Internet Historian video breakdown of it?
No, I know him though, but I haven't.
You should watch that.
Oh,
It
I
does
will.
a great breakdown on the goodening of No Man's Sky.
Well, a
It's
couple
actually
years
pretty
ago did a video. At the time, it was the most commented video I'd ever done. On has no. Basically, the point of it was, has Hello Games embarrassed Frontier Developments? Has the progress of No Man's Sky embarrassed Elite Dangerous? And some people didn't
absolutely.
understand that. Like they tried to make the point. Oh well, I don't like No Man's Sky, and it's not a simulator. And I'm like, that's not the point, right? The point is, you look at the features that Hello Games has added versus what we've gotten, and it's of course they have. It's night and day.
Going from death threats to like, hey, this is actually a pretty good game. Like,
I mean, if it had, I said for the longest time, if it had VR, I'd be done with Elite. It got VR. The VR support in it is amazing. But more to the point is, if it had an FDL, like if it had the flight model of Elite, I'd be done with Elite.
I think a lot of it comes down to, if you look at it compared 1-to-1 with Elite, it's not gonna be impressive. But if you look at it just as a space exploration game, it's actually really fucking good.
Oh, it's really good. It's very zen. I like the art style a lot personally. I know it turns some people off, and that's just a preference thing. I really do like the way it looks. Again, the immersion of walking around on a planet, getting into a rover type vehicle, driving along, then getting into your ship and flying away, then getting out and walking around and doing stuff. It's fantastic, right? It really is fantastic. It's just the arcade flight model. I can't really fly with stick and throttle. I mean, you can, but you have to kind of hack it.
Oh man! So you remember Diamond Dogs, right? They had a video that was just them doing an in-house, but in No Man's Sky. It was hilarious.
And by the way, so Original Gamer says that you guys keep thinking Star Citizen is the only one coming for Elite, which I don't really, to be clear. And he says April 30th, Dual Universe is doing a live stream to announce the June beta. I'm not familiar with that. Can you, Original Gamer, can you give me a link to something? I've not heard of that game yet.
There you go.
It looks interesting.
Does it? Okay.
It's not there yet, though. I don't think.
For me, what brings me back to Elite is the flight model, the ship systems, the controls that you can use with full HOTAS controls, and VR support. So with Elite, I literally feel like I'm flying a fucking spaceship. And I've not yet found anything that matches that experience. At the point that I do, I more than likely will be playing that game.
The problem is that you enjoy Elite for the actual simulator aspect.
Exactly. I enjoy Elite because of the simulator aspect. That's exactly right.
And that's exactly where development has been focused on the entire time this game has been out. It's been a simulation. Let's make it accurate. Let's make it polished. Blah 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 blah. It just everything else is non-existent.
Oh, you got that RAM. Jesus,
you're totally right. Oop, did I go?
I mean, if you're willing to sacrifice. If you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of the polish for a lot of gameplay, yeah, there are a lot of other games out there.
Okay, let's see if I have enough power. I don't. So this time, guys, not sensors. We want sensors. We're going to have to run with no life support. And okay, so it's literally just called Dual Universe. I will have a look at it later on. Thanks for the heads up.
That sounds like a season of Yu-Gi-Oh, though, to be fair. And not like one of the good ones.
There's good ones?
If you get the the subbed one, yeah, that's actually not terrible. Like, it was super sanitized when it came over to America. So
what are you guys talking about?
What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't actually serious. I wouldn't watch it anyway. But
No,
yeah,
but what
I
are you guys
appreciate
talking
the
about?
sincere answer. Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess.
I don't even know what that is.
I kind of went down a rabbit hole after watching
okay.
the abridged version on YouTube.
Is this like a manga or a anime or
TV show? For Kids TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really old.
Ah.
To be honest.
Oof, those cannons.
I wish you
Speedy
could turn
Perkins
off
trying to
set
pull me
fire
up from
groups.
behind, aren't you?
Does anyone else feel like that?
What?
Like you wish you could turn off the notification that you need to set fire groups when you equip a weapon?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of little things like that I would change. I
That's
tell you right
annoying,
now,
but-
one of the biggest side benefits that I'm thrilled about that they added with carriers is the queuing for CQC. That was such a surprise and so incredible that they've added that.
Are they going to take a notice of that CQC needs some love?
Well, that's the love they did to it. So you can, like, while you're just playing the game, you can say, put me in a queue for a CQC match. You're just playing along, exploring, doing whatever you want, and bam, it pops up and says, hey, there's a free CQC match. Would you like to join? You say yes, and bam, you get put into a lobby, and there's already people there. It's absolutely
really good.
Oh, it's fantastic. Ah, Speedy, that didn't work out for you, did it?
If they could take that one more step and then just like put you in Santu with your own ship that you designate for
Sure.
That's basically all the PvP bot is.
Well, or if they could, what I've wanted for the longest time is for them to make it part of the mission board.
Yeah.
Right, so that you can take missions to fight in CQC tournaments.
Well, I like that they have put in the queue system at least. That feels super modern compared to what we had.
It absolutely does. You know that you can now, you don't just literally have to sit in the lobby, waiting for possibly somebody will show up. Imagine, like, grinding is going to be totally different, right? You go out to grind materials, you're getting bored of it, you say, put me in queue, and you just keep grinding materials, and then bam, you get a queue, pops in, hey, awesome.
Carl, did it crash for you again? Is Carl still here?
I don't see him in the Discord. So
Okay.
looks like we lost him.
He just keeps leaving, so...
Are there any surprises in the carrier update? Yeah, there were big surprises in that it sucked balls in a lot of ways. But I don't know, Vazaris, if I'm saying that right. I don't know if you're kind of kidding or if you've not been following everything, but yeah. Chill out, whoever. That there were a lot of surprises in the numbers and a lot of issues around that. I think one of the most important things I saw with carriers is that it brought a lot of core issues to the game and the relationship with the community to a head. And because of that, I'm hoping that the positive that comes. Somebody needs to mute their mic, please. Tribal X. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know you were talking to us. Say that again, Tribal. Tribal X.
Playing old Nintendo games, not new ones.
Tribal, are you talking to us or not? I don't think he's talking to us, is he? Okay, I'm just about to mute him if he does that again. Sorry, guys. So I hope that what comes out of it is that Frontier continues to communicate with us, to listen to us. I think it was amazing that they had us on stream. They joined me for a stream. They joined the Burr Pit. They joined Lave Radio. That's never happened in the history of the community before. Are there still issues with it? Yes. Early on, Yamix made the comment that, well, have you ever seen them make a massive change to a feature? And that's exactly what they did, right? The changes that they made, the numbers that they changed, the fact that they're going to add universal cartography. Like, it was I keep saying, skeptically optimistic about it. Cement, you're way out there, buddy. I don't know if you guys can bring the fight back a bit.
I was fighting with him.
So, yeah, I think Carl's... Is he still in Discord?
Oh, yeah, I think I just got shifted into a different instance than you guys.
Do you need
Are
a
there
wing?
people? Are there people in that instance, Lyle, or are you by
I've
yourself?
got one. It looks
Okay,
like.
so then yeah, let's try to get you in
Yeah.
a wing over here.
I'm good to wing him. I got plenty of spaces left.
Yeah, I'm full at the moment, so I can't. Can you wing up with Deadeye?
Can I get a wing? Well,
Yeah, make sure you're friends with Deadeye 321. Oh,
yeah.
Not paying attention.
Alright,
We are, but why can I not wing invite
You know, to her credit,
I'm dead.
to her credit, Paige was actually super active in the community before she left. She's in every single PvP
There you go.
Squadron Discord.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I never could get a reply out of her. Oh. Actually, you know what? I meant to ping Will and Bruce or the community management team this week because I'm going to do another speed run competition because I figured, and I'm going to end it right before carriers launch because, you know, people are earning credits right now. For those that don't know, I did this maybe a year ago. The way it works is it's from brand new commander to elite in any rank that you want. And you do it the fastest with the one caveat is you must do the entire run in solo. You're not allowed to ever go to anything but solo so that you can't get boosted by anybody else, you know, anything like that. It's got to all be in solo. And if you do it with an existing commander account, like it's not a brand new account or an account reset, you can't use any engineering. Right. So you have to treat it like it's a brand new account. So you can't just, you know, like buy a Sidewinder and then immediately remote engineer it and all that kind of stuff, right? It has to be, you know, absolutely brand new. And the record right now, actually, I'll ask this for chat. If you know the answer in Discord, please don't shout it out. If you don't know the answer and you want to guess, great. But what do you guys think the current speedrun record from brand new to elite rank is?
It was Harry, right? That actually said it?
Harry was second place.
Oh, was he?
Yep, he was second place.
I would say just over an hour.
Just over what?
Just over an hour.
No, dude. To get 1 billion credit from 0 to 1 billion credits in if you do it in trade. So yeah, no, not an hour. Let me put it in context. I said like right before I did it, to announce it, I did a live stream where I went brand new to elite in 11 hours and 30 minutes. So I kind of set the original record. And while I planned it out and, you know, and knew the course I was going to do, what ships I was going to buy and how I was going to do it, it was my first time I'd ever tried it. I talked, I took a couple breaks, you know, I was chit-chatting on stream with people. So I definitely could have done it faster. And I did not think people would get to the time that they did, though.
I'm going to guess 5 hours.
No, it wasn't that fast. So it was 7 hours and 4 minutes.
Ooh.
Yep, 7 hours and 4 minutes from I've got nothing to I am elite ranked.
Oh God.
Oh damn it! How do I keep doing this? I thought I had enough power for this.
What is going on with the ship?
No,
It just keeps orbiting you around.
Somebody's just got bad.
I made him shoot the station.
There you go.
That would be me.
What am I gonna have to
sorry,
turn off?
man. I had to do
it.
Turn off one of my railguns for this round.
It's alright. All's fair in love and war.
Oh, and so Original Gamer Online said if you were here in 2014, you'd be lost. We were all really, you know, no third-party apps. It took forever. I started in early 2016, and I remember my first month. It took me a month of about 4 hours a day, maybe 5 hours a day, to earn 25 million to buy my first Vulture. So I don't remember it during alpha and beta, but I do remember back in the day when it was just atrocious and horribly slow to earn credits. So in that regard, I am with you.
Do you think the amount we earn now is good?
I think there's good and bad to it, but for the most part, yes. I think the game is in the best state it's ever been in terms of credits, in terms of materials, you know, gathering, in terms of things to do in the game. I mean, look, never have we had as many ships, as many things to do, as much types of combat, as easy a way to get engineered modules, as many options with engineering. You know, the fact that you don't have to roll. I mean, there are people. Lila, what's the most rolls you've ever done on a module back in the old days? Lila's still with us?
Yeah, I think I rolled drives like 300 times in one night.
Okay, right. And I know of people that have done modules over 1,000. You know, multiple
actually,
times.
no. Yeah, I take that back. I actually did roll 1,000 rolls on 4 railguns over the course of like 4 nights.
So back in the day, it used to be you would do a roll, and the secondaries that we now can just pick, you used to just luckily get those, and you would randomly get them with what you randomly happened to get per roll. And so it was all a complete crapshoot. And so you would literally, if you wanted an absolute maxed out module, we used to call them God rolls. If you had a God rolled module, you might have to do them. The most I ever did was 100. And now the fact that it takes roughly on average 9 grade 5 rolls to max it out, and you can pick the experimental or you can pick the secondary, it's a million times better than what we used to have.
I would never have engineered back then. That sounds ridiculous.
It was
a lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't.
Well, and that's actually why a lot of people used to not do PvPs, because they felt like they didn't have a chance unless they had God rolls.
Yep.
Which was not honestly the case.
No, it really wasn't. You're right. The only thing that was better, you used to be able to go straight to, like if you unlocked engineer to grade 5, when you bought a module, you could do a grade 5 roll right away. You did not have to roll it all the way from grade 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and then to 5. Yeah. So you literally, all you needed was 3 materials to get a single grade 5 roll on something. And that single grade 5 roll was going to be awesome compared to nothing. So if you just wanted an awesome ship and you didn't care about PvP, you could literally go do 1 roll on every module and have a kick-ass ship incredibly quickly and easily. So there was that benefit. It's just beyond that, there was nothing else that was better about it. All right, let's go to a buy weave.
Cement? Are those dumbfires? Is that what you...
Yeah.
Stop running, Pippi.
Stop running dumbfires doesn't sound like a bad idea. Does
I'm
it?
rebooting.
No, I said stop running, Pippi. He's just running away.
Guys, we're going to go to...
I'm not trying to reverse you. I just don't have anything in the cap.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Original saying he remembers when only NPCs had anacondas, and when they pulled you, you ran like hell because they were actually dangerous. Guys, we're going to go about a minute and a half more. We're going to go to 35. I'm going to go to 35 after, so a minute and a half. And again, thanks for stopping by on stream, everybody. It's nice to have a little fun around Elite and not just be giving constructive criticism around a feature. Guys, if you can bring it back toward the station, you guys are pretty far out there.
Yeah.
Got just over a minute, so this will probably be everybody's last spawn for this round.
Oh, God.
Can we just acknowledge the soundtrack for this game?
Say that again, soundtrack? What was that?
Can we just acknowledge the soundtrack for this
Oh,
game?
the soundtrack and the audio in general in Elite has always been fantastic. It's always been one of the massive highlights of it. In fact, recently I asked the community management team if at some point in the not so distant future they could connect me with one of the guys or the lead, whatever, of the audio department so that I could have them on stream to talk about, the sound in Elite, because it is universally, everyone loves it, right? I mean, as much as some of us are critical about the game, we all acknowledge how amazing the sound is.
Yeah, and the first fleet carrier jump I went on, I actually recorded it and then played it back over.
5 seconds. And that is round, guys. Hold fire. Round over. Okay, now we're going to get into Viper 3s. In fact, mentioning the soundtrack, I'm going to crank the audio up for a minute. I'm going to deafen you guys and even myself as I fly back to the station.
You know, I only died.
There we go. I'm back. Just thought I'd, since that was a good comment, it'd be kind of like the, like when the NASCAR races do the, all the announcers shut up and they crank up the sound of the cars. Okay, guys, now we're going to go to the Viper 3. Oh, shit. I still have Discord muted. There we go. Now I can hear you guys. Sorry, I had you guys muted to myself for a moment there. So if there was a question, I apologize. I missed it. So Viper 3s. And then, were there questions?
Has FDev ever released the soundtrack to a digital download or an album or?
Yeah.
Because I know there's that one YouTube channel, but I
there is. Yeah, I mean, I have the soundtrack for it that I bought a while back. Oh shit! Pilot's lost power.
He's lost power?
Yeah, he just messaged me 10 minutes ago and said power's out. I got kicked.
That. No, he's just combat logging.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
Oh shit! I forgot to check the rewind on that one.
And somebody said, "Too bad they sucked ass against the Thargoids." I didn't see that exactly in the conversation. I will say, in terms of audio, again, they nailed the Thargoids, especially the original Thargoid hyperdictions back in, I guess that was December of 18, something like that. It was a long time ago.
Oh no, 17.
Was it 17? God, was it that long ago? Damn. Those were amazing.
Actually, hold on, I gotta look this.
I think you're right. Actually, I do think you're right.
No, because I started this game around February of 17, so I think it might have been late 2016.
No, because I started in early 2016, and I think it was longer than that.
Let me.
Is that your keyboard,
Lyle, he's got a clickety one, so it could be him.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, trying to get that.
Oh, that's my typing keyboard. I'd play on an Orb Weaver, and I don't think you could hear that.
No, I'd start hearing when you type.
And guys, another quick tip. This is another one where I swap the small weapons come on the medium hard points. So I swap the 2 fixed pulse lasers up to the front. You do have to stay with the fixed ones, but if you want to move those to the small hard points, you're welcome to do that without any kind of penalty.
Okay, so yeah, the first Thargoid encounter, January 2017.
Wow, God, it was that. Okay, all right, fair enough. And now, wait a minute. Was that barnacles and stuff, or was that the first hyperdiction?
That was first hyperdiction. That was that was just an article. So let me.
Because I remember it being December, so it might have been December of 16. You might be right, and then 17 was when they wrote about it. Wow.
Yeah, so we've been at war with the Thargoids for upwards of 3 years now.
Wow.
In case anyone hadn't heard.
Yeah, you could easily play the game and not know that, couldn't you?
Practically won. 3 years is pretty short for a war.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd say we won. I mean, it's still an ongoing war.
Well, we kicked them out of the bubble. Oh, we think we did.
They've come back. I mean, it's still a little bit back and forth. I mean, we haven't had any attacks from them recently, which I think is a real shame. For those that have never done Thargoid combat, in my opinion, you're missing out. I think it's the most fun NPC combat in the game, and very much recommend it. It's challenging. It takes strategy. It's not just go leave your pips at 222 and start shooting at something. You've got to learn how they work. It's a lot of fun.
It feels like Elite was really looking to make something that was like that step in between PvP and PvE.
Yeah.
With Thargoids.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, they're almost there, but
I've got video, and I've got, not to promote myself too much, but I've got videos that explain, how it all works, how the strategy works. I've killed a Cyclops and a Sidewinder. I think I was the second person to do it. I can't remember the guy who was first. I think he beat me by like 2 days. But if you can take one down in a Sidewinder, you can certainly take them down in a Crate Mark II is a great choice. The Phantom's a good choice. All the Alliance ships are great choices.
Schwinky was using an FAS for a long time.
Yeah, a Phasma is a good one.
Yeah.
Volt, you might want to retract your landing gear. Just a tip. Guys, we will start at 4130. So in 45 seconds. Be sure to set your power priorities again.
Can Steven Zhao get a wing invite, please?
Am I full? I'm full. Who else can get? And who was that again?
Who was that? I got it.
Commander Steven Zhao.
Steven's out. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to wing friend me, Deadeye 321.
15 seconds, guys. Three, 2, 1, go.
You got your coffin ready?
I think I've made more friends doing this than the entire time I played the game.
Yeah, I looked the other day. I'm just shy of 1,200 friends on my friends list.
And having a YouTube channel helps that.
A little bit. I've always been a friend whore, right? I get a friend request, I just accept it.
Yeah, I don't even bother checking who it is these days.
I don't either. I just immediately accept it.
There's 2 people I've had to block in this game.
Me too. Yeah. There's been 2. I know one is the same for me. The other one I don't think plays anymore. What was the guy's name? The guy that was terrible with the heat cannons back in the day.
Oh, Scythia?
Yes, Scythia. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. Have you ever seen his YouTube stuff? It's god-awful.
I think I did maybe way back in the day. I know it was him and Matt somebody that he used to fly with. And then that guy that had all the Roman numeral characters, like Mikkel, something like that, right? These were just like griefers that would use them. Back a couple years ago, there was a bug with heat weapons, specifically cannons was the one that held on the longest, where you could hit somebody a few shots with a heat cannon, and within 5 seconds, you'd run them to 300% heat. And your modules there was also kind of a bug with your modules would react, they'd start melting off. So within 10 seconds, your frameshift drive would be melted off, your weapons would be melted off. And so the community agreed not to use those weapons because of that. Well, there were a few just incredible asshole griefers that wouldn't agree to that, and then would go grief people with them, and it was just awful. It was just you'd come out of a station, they'd start shooting you that way, like before you go to jump, and honestly, I would just throttle down and be like, okay, just be done with it, and let me get back along my day, right?
Well, and the first thing to cook off was always going to be your heat sinks too, because they have 20 integrity.
Yep. And then the next thing would be your frameshift drive usually.
Yeah.
So I've only had to block one person.
Oh, somebody just said, I haven't seen Commander Tony Curtis in a while. I haven't seen Tony either in a while. Have you, Lyella?
Yeah, Tony still plays.
I've seen him from time to time. Okay. I've personally never had a big problem with Tony. Like my advice just globally, guys, if you deal with a griefer or a ganker, is the last thing you want to do is feed him salt, right? Just, okay, you killed me, respawn, go back about your day. Right. I've got a video that's next time I die, I'll try to find it. Surviving Open for Beginners covers all the different things that you should do in terms of, how to handle an interdiction, what to do, like what kind of outfitting you want to run if you're playing an open, how to survive open. It's not difficult. Other than systems like Shinrarta or maybe Baran, you're probably never going to see another commander, let alone get attacked by one.
Deciat is pretty...
Deciat can be pretty dangerous. Yep, absolutely.
Well, I mean, of all people, I think Spear's actually been ganking out in Deciat lately.
Okay. And so that's the thing, right? You know, it's very rare that you encounter a griefer. That it's pretty straightforward on how to deal with them. I was telling some of the guys mining the other night, my Type 9 that I mine with has never been killed. It's been attacked 20 times. Oh, damn it. You know what, Cement? I forgot to ship my FDL. As soon as I land next, did you ship yours?
Yeah, I've already
Okay.
got mine here.
As soon as I land, I'll do it this next time I respawn.
Oh, we doing FTLs next?
Oh no! Cement and I've been trying we've been trying to do a 1v1 for a while, and so I told him before we started that I'd go ahead and ship mine over here.
Yeah, I left mine in San too. So.
What's your FDL expect for? Like,
for PvP.
What's it outfitted with?
I mean, on mine, I run an all gimbaled multi-cannon with a single long-range rail, and then a two cell bank prismatic with 5 boosters. Mine's an easy shit build.
Like BK Rambo might DMCA that build.
Yeah, it's not the kind of shittiest build, and what I mean by that is like the one that is just annoying. Like the worst one to fight against because it's so damn difficult is a 5 booster 1 chaff with a single class 5 prismatic and then all hull reinforcements. It's just so tanky. It's a good starter build, but it's really tanky. Like bordering on OP tanky. That's one of your, like, for a beginner, Lyle, you agree with me that that's a good one to start with. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the entire reason. It's because it's so tanky that it gives you a lot of leeway.
Right.
It's seen as cheesy, like, once you actually know what you're doing. But if you're new, like, 5 or 6 boosters, if you don't have the pit management to back it up, it's not going to make a difference.
Oh.
I've got to remember to put my chaff on this time, though.
Yes. And that's the thing, like I run an all gimbaled build. See, just about anything is really easy to counter, right? If you know ahead of time, right? So like if you run 2 chaff against my build, I almost stand no chance. But almost nobody runs 2 chaff, and I do think it's a little cheesy to kind of re-outfit for a specific fight. Right? Like, you know, you need to come up with a build that works best as it can against everything. Now, my build doesn't work for shit in wing fights because I get focused instantly. Because I've got gimbals, I'm so dangerous. So everybody focuses me first, I die first, and I don't get to have much fun because I died first.
I don't know, like, one of my newest wingmates, Donald, he's been running 5 gimbals for years now, and it's actually super strong. He's doing it on a 5 booster with a hull underneath.
So, is your one railgun the large in the bottom?
No. There's only medium railguns, or small and medium, so no, I run out one of the mediums.
So what do you put in the railgun?
A long-range feedback cascade to deal with shield cell banks.
The thing about
which hardpoint did you put it on?
Oh, I don't remember. There's 4 mediums. There's 4 mediums and 1 huge, so one of the mediums.
The thing about that all gimbal multi setup is that it locks your opponents into flying 420. So it actually it's not super strong on its own. But
it forces them. The other thing I like about it for me personally is I can fly it full FA off because I don't have to worry about steadying so much for fixed shots. That said, I do tend to pop on flight assist when I go to fire the rail. My God, Cement, are we just going to pick each other to death?
Yep.
I think
I've only died once, so I'm still with the starter weapons. Yeah. Of course, you're just a reverse-ski scrub now, so.
Yeah.
You're a reverse-ski scrub, and I'm a frontier shill. There we go.
Oh. I still haven't.
How do you get into your instance? Gary, you just, at this point, if you want to join us, if you're trying to, you're going to have to wing up with somebody. There's so many people here that that's why. So if you're serious, Gary, and you're here and would like to join us, then just post. I don't see that you're in the Discord. Right now, you can friend up Deadeye321.
No, I'm full.
You're full.
Yep. Sorry.
Let's see. What do we need to do then? Can somebody, Cement, can you leave my wing and wing up with somebody else? Would you mind?
I'm back. What'd I miss?
There you are.
Well,
Nice. Welcome back, Pilot. We're in the Viper 3 now.
Okay.
You've got about 10 minutes left. 15. We'll go a few minutes late.
Okay.
Could someone
what am
kill
I
me?
gonna
I
do?
have these shitload of weapons. I can't do damage.
Oops, that's not what I want. That's not what I want.
Does anybody else think that Archer Kovis sounds like Jarvis?
Oh, they don't have medium rail guns anymore. They've only got smalls right now. Oh, that's a pisser. Okay, well.
I prefer PAs anyway.
Yeah, I guess I'll go PAs. I was gonna go medium rails and 2 seekers, but I guess I'll go PAs tonight.
Seekers.
Dumbfires, forgive me. I always say that.
You are
So
habit
Big
doing
Gare,
that.
Big Gare, if you can friend me, send me a friend request, buddy, and I'll wing you in with us. Ballistic, if you're having the same problem, let's see if we can't get you in. Give me a second here. Oh, fuck. I don't have enough power for PAs. You know what? I'll just run one for now then. Make this quicker.
Yeah, I actually end up going the plant and distro first.
That's
That way
not a bad idea.
It gave me a lot of flexibility for the next one. So.
So let's see here. Who else is here that's been very stable in terms of instancing? Lyella, have you been stable?
Yeah, I'm in a wing though.
Is your wing full?
Yeah, I can drop.
No, that's okay. No, stay. Who else has been very stable that's not in a wing right now?
I've been reasonably stable, I guess.
Okay, so Opal Ring, do you mind dropping from me and winging up with Torgi?
Sure, I can do that.
Great, thank you. And then let's see, where is so Big Gare? If you'll friend me, buddy, I'll get you in. Ballistic Pixels, I don't see you here either. Oh, you came to the game. Okay, Ballistic. No worries, buddy. I'm sorry we didn't get you in. Sorry, I just didn't see it. And Rend Stung, we are doing Sidewinder Slaughter, where we're in Vipers now, but we're doing a big PvP melee. So everybody starts in a bone stock ship, and we all blast at each other. Every time we die, you get to upgrade 2 modules with a number of restrictions that are in the description of the video. The idea is to get to blast at friends with little to no consequences.
Let's shoot the station.
Oh, why am I doing that? I'm firing PAs at like 3 kilometers.
Yeah, that works.
The way I do it is when the reticles like spread out, I normally fire then.
Yeah, good idea. So again, Big Gare, if you can hear me, buddy, and you're here, if you'll send me a friend request, I will be happy to get you into the instance with us.
Do PAs hit modules?
Yes. It's extremely difficult. It's usually mostly luck, but if you do, I've taken a vulture out of a fight in under a minute, just because I landed 5 PAs right on the plant on accident.
Damn.
Canopy was another one.
Yeah.
PAs are the hardest weapon to get good at, Lila, would you agree?
No. Fixed multis by a lot.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, because fixed multis are both time on target and also
right.
They have a lead.
Get away from the station.
But PAs, I think you would agree, are way up there.
I thought they weren't too bad to learn.
I
was like
struggle with
you.
them and always have.
I started out on the what do you call it?
Focused.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I moved off of that.
X, you got me killed.
Nice.
You moved right at the last second when I fired my PAs, hit directly into the station.
And so yeah, focused and long range PAs. What's nice about those, if you don't PvP, if you don't have aspirations for it, but look, at one point neither did I, and now I fucking love PvP. Focused and long range double the velocity of the round, making it that much easier to land the shot. At the expense of damage and heat and energy. There's a lot of things, so they don't work on every build. But if you can learn standard or efficient PAs at that velocity, that is the meta. You will be deadly. The trick of the mistake most people make is you fire them way too far apart. You want to be, what, Lyle, would you say, a kilometer, 1.5?
Yeah, that's about the distance you want to be at.
Right, like right now in this encounter, I'm going to wait until we're right on top of each other, and even then, see, I fired too far out, and because of that, I missed. And because the reload time between them, and I just missed that one too, is so long, you've got to really take your shots.
So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull this off, but I gimbaled the smalls and went fixed on the mediums, so I got 4 cannons.
Not a bad idea, right? Yep. If you're going to mix weapons with different velocities, you don't want to do 2 sets of fixed, right? So if you're going to do, like pulse lasers and multis, it makes a lot of sense to do one of those as gimbaled and one of those as fixed. Again,
right,
thanks for
my
everybody.
8th time trying. So I can't get in the instance. Of
Hold on. Yeah, I'll wing you, and I've got spot in my wing. You should have just said something.
Nah, I want to try to get in my own.
Oh yeah, but still, it's if you try it certainly more than twice and you don't get in, you're not going to.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Where are you? Are you in open right now?
All right. So, in the interest of full disclosure,
yeah,
I may have been convinced to eat a edible in celebration of today.
Nice. Oh well, dude, are you in? You're in solo play right now, buddy.
Oh, that would be why. Then,
so no wonder you did an instance with anybody. How's that edible treating you, though?
I thought I was fine when I popped in here the first time, and after a couple of rounds, I'm like, I'm not doing too well. I wonder what's going on.
Awesome. That's awesome. I tend to fly better in that state, to be honest. Oh, dude, you're cracking me up right now. That's killing me. For those that don't know, I used to live in Colorado, where today is a big day to celebrate. In fact, I lived in Boulder, right where the University of Colorado is, our Colorado University, and CU. And I almost, like, for 5 years in a row, I would leave work early so that I could drive through campus at 4:20 on 4:20. And yeah, dude, that was just batshit crazy. You'd get a contact high in your car from driving along.
So yeah.
That's a pretty special wife you've got there, buddy.
What was that?
I said that's a pretty special wife you seem to have there. So.
Oh, dude, she is lovely and wonderful. I love her so much.
How long you guys been married?
Oh my God, like 9 years.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I only made it 7, but then again, I married a horrible bitch. So that was my mistake. Did I say that out loud? My mic was muted just then, right?
No.
Totally didn't hear it.
Okay, good. Yeah, just making sure.
All I heard was I was married.
Okay, good. That's all I said, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the mic cut out right about there.
Perfect.
I was gonna say I was married too, so I can relate.
Ah, gotcha.
Yep.
Were your ex-in-laws the most miserable, horrible people you've ever known? because then you really
Dude,
could relate.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. It's, there was always something wrong. There was always some family drama going on.
Oh, my ex-in-laws were. We have a rule about no religion, so I'm going to make this comment. That's it. But they were born again, Bible thumping, like ultra conservative, and I am. And my ex-wife too was the antithesis of that. So we did not get along. And I'm not making judgments for anybody that's out there that is, right? But that was just very different than what beliefs I hold. But of course, every time they came to visit us, though, in Colorado, it was so we could go to the casinos and they could gamble.
Oh yeah.
What you're trying to say is you can be Bible loving and not be a dick, right?
I'm saying, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I would agree with that.
I don't know, man. I don't necessarily know if I agree with the whole no judgment thing. I mean, they judge us all the time.
Oh,
so,
I just try not to judge people, publicly, like on a stream like this, right? But
oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
It's not true.
The final thing I'll say on a topic like this is I think one of the problems these days is people think that you should respect everyone's beliefs, and you should not. You should respect people, not beliefs. If I tell you I think Elvis is alive, he lives on planet Kolob, he's flying back to Earth in a car-shaped spaceship to rescue us all, you should not respect that belief. You should think I'm batshit crazy. Right? But you should respect me. But you should respect me and my right to hold that belief. Okay, now let's change the subject. Let's go back to playing Elite Dangerous.
Okay, but I got one funny thing I gotta tell you.
Because I want to sign up.
Sure, whoever that was that said something funny, make it quick. And by the way, we're going to stop at 2 minutes and 5, so we got just over 3 minutes, everybody.
So they had a protest today about getting the state back up and running. Apparently, the new theory is that the Space Force is being created so that the Space Force can stop the rapture.
Every time I hear space, I have to hear the meme soundtrack. Space Force.
So that they can intercept Christ on his way for the rapture.
Wow. Wow. Okay, with that, let's end the conversation. Like, we do have a very strict no politics, no religion rule here, so I broached it, so my apologies. So, but let's stop it there.
Yeah, but that was really fun.
I'm laughing my ass off with you. But I'm happy to offend people with my beliefs around Frontier and Elite, and let's keep other beliefs away.
Here.
So, quick question on Sidewinder Slaughter.
Yeah. Good segue.
I got off work about an hour ago. You guys started 2 hours
We started
ago?
at 8. Yeah, we started just 2 hours ago, so we are basically done.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then we do this again on Wednesday. We'll do this again on Wednesday at 4 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock UTC. So the idea is this is, Sidewinder Slaughter North America, and then Wednesday is Sidewinder Slaughter Europe.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I keep missing it because I get off work about 6 o'clock. So one day I'll eventually have a day off. I can jump in and get blown up.
Very cool. And if you're always, other times if you're just looking for some fun, PvP matches or CQC, things like that, come join us. I tend to always end live streams with CQC. So like tomorrow night when we do Tutorial Tuesday, at the end of that, we'll do CQC. Assuming there's enough folks around for it, and there usually is.
Nice.
And so, guys, we got just over a minute 20.
Sorry. I forgot to mute myself there. I'm sorry.
And then if people are up for it, we'll do a couple rounds of Coriola starts, and then we'll call it a night. Or at least as far as the stream goes, I will. And so for those that... after this, I'll stream the first little bit of Coriola starts, and I'll explain what that is here in just a second. So, give you a little bit of suspense to wait for that.
Should I even launch, or is it about to end?
You've got 30 seconds.
Okay, I want to launch.
That's a no-go.
Yeah, that's maybe a boat. Why
Pilot,
is it boat launch?
Pilot, did you get logged into Open?
No. I got into open, yeah, but I
Well,
just
come
I tried.
come
it a
join
couple
us
times.
for. You're going to join us for Coriolis starts, right? That would be a blast in your
I
condition.
don't know what that is, but sure.
Oh, you got to
I
join
might
us for
just
it.
be more commentary than anything else.
That's
You
perfect.
just crash into a station over and over
There's
again.
your wing invite. 5 seconds, guys.
There we go.
3, 2, 1, and hold fire. Round over. I forgot to say Rebuy's last round, so let's do him for this last round and see who won. I'm at 148. Mine's 128, 420. That's pretty epic.
Technically, it's been 420 this entire month.
No,
Because 420.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing today in Boulder at 420 on 420 on April 2020 was probably a pretty big day to celebrate. So here's how this works, guys.
Such a big day. Oh.
No, yeah, you're good, pilot.
No, it was just anecdotal. Don't worry about it.
Sure. So here's what we do, everybody. Everybody's going to get in a Viper. You're going to strip it down. You're going to put D-rated internals, as in your life support and sensors, and your frame shift drive, and you want to run a 2D frame shift drive. You then want to strip everything else off of it, take the weapons off of it. You're going to do A-rated thruster and A-rated distributor. That should give you a boost speed of, 454. Somebody's mic is hot. Okay, stop.
English.
That should give you a boost speed of 454. Let's see. Do I have one already done? I don't. So let's buy.
Should you do a 2D power plant?
Correct.
Okay.
English. If
And you said stay in the
if you
Viper,
can
right?
mute Force Buddy, you're bleeding your background mic pretty bad. Viper 3.
And no shields, right? Just strip that out?
Yes, exactly. Strip everything off. And if English tells you guys, I muted him for me, so if he gets his mic sorted and isn't, constantly chattering, let me know and I'll unmute him.
Have you ended the stream?
No, I'm going to stream the beginning of this to show everybody. So then, here's how Coriolis starts works. We're going to go outside the station. We're going to get about 5 kilometers. We're going to line up with the mail slot. You're going to go FA off and boost with the goal of, and you want to boost at least twice, okay? So you want to boost, again, when you're at about 2 kilometers or so. You want to go through the mail slot at full boost, flip around, and leave the station without slamming into the wall and dying. And because you're not going to have any shields or any hull, if you bump the walls, you're going to be dead. So it's just kind of goofy fun, like the rest of Sidewinder Slaughter.
Hey X, I have a question. So how do you turn that mouse, that's
under controls, and it's the very last choice under the mouse at the very top.
Okay, controls, mouse at the very top.
Yep, controls the very first section, whatever it is, and then
show mouse widget.
Show mouse widget. That's it. Yep.
Okay,
that would be the one.
What are we supposed to do for distributors?
Distributor
3A.
3A distributor, 3A thrusters.
So am I good to try?
Everything else derated and as small as it goes.
Everything else is derated and small as it goes. Exactly.
So 5 kilometers.
Make a keybind for the,
and I've got 447 as a boost speed. I think I've got everything. Oh, I didn't take off my shield. Hold on. 454.
So 5 kilometers.
I thought it was 454.
5 kilometers out, boost, and try and make it to the mail slot with FA off.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's key. You have to be FA off, right?
So but do you have to be backwards through the slot?
Any way you want to go. Doesn't matter. Nope. You can be backwards, forwards, but you've just got to go through the slot at roughly full boost speed and then exit the station. And you can pre-request docking if you choose to, just so you don't get the station bitching at you.
Well, I hit the toaster rack and it exploded.
So everybody come on out and form up on me, and then we'll kind of we'll do runs one after another. Whoever's using the vape, if you would please mute while you do that, I'd appreciate it.
Apologies.
Your stream's not showing up, X.
What do you mean my stream's not showing up?
I'm trying to watch the stream and it's not showing your screen.
Well, I've got 95 people that are watching. Stream, are you guys having trouble? Or is it just him?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think it's something on your end, buddy.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate you looking out for me. The keys to this, as has already been mentioned, one of the things that helps a lot is if you go into options, controls, mouse control, and turn on the mouse widget. What that does is you'll see it puts a little dot right there in the center. You line that up on the mail slot. And then I'm going to wait till everybody gets out here, and I'll show you guys how it works.
Is
anyone there available to wing up?
Yes, I am.
This is Opal.
What was the name?
Opal ring?
Could you just friend me, Deadeye321, and I'll get you in.
Yeah, Original Gaming Online. Go ahead and post the link for Dual Universe, and I'll approve it. If you did earlier and I missed it, my apologies. And Gamer Online, no, I'm familiar with the various shards, and obviously I know the guys at Game Class that did a video about it, but I don't know if I haven't seen that they've gotten any new shards out lately. So again, everybody, come on out and form up on me. For those that are beginners at this, a couple requests. If you're leaving the station, please do so on the green side. Okay, so try to stay on that side so that we don't have collisions of people coming, flying in. It's going to happen, and then those of us that are going in, try your best to line up on the green side as well. Yeah, Original Gamer Online was asking about shards for Game Glass, and yeah, I did a video on it a while back, so I haven't seen anything new since then. I'm not an enormous fan of it, to be honest. So. It's just not, I'm not their target at all.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad the pitch was on a stock Viper.
Oh, yeah. It's a little different, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so the way you do this, for those that are in Discord, I'm going to try this. If you want, you can watch I'm streaming it at Discord right now, or I should be. Is that coming through? Yeah, is that working? It just shows black to me. Are you guys seeing it?
I've got black too.
Let me try it again. Hold on.
It'll show black while you're tabbed out. At least that's what I've.
Yeah, but I'm not. That's the thing.
Where would I find the stream in Discord?
You click on me and click watch stream.
Ah, okay.
Hold on a second. Is it still doing it? Are you guys? There we go. Is that it? Is that it? Are you guys seeing it?
No, I'm seeing black.
Why is it doing that? Well, hold on. Let me just stream that monitor. I'll do it that way.
Were you streaming Game Catcher to YouTube?
There we go.
As well as Discord?
There we go.
I am using Game Capture in OBS.
Yep, there you go.
I thought I swear I've done this before though. So anyway.
I've had issues.
Okay, gotcha. So you guys will just see the chat that I've got open, so it won't matter though. So here's how you do it. So you line up, reticle there in front. Whoever just moved in front of me, please move. Whoever that is, thank you. Let me go ahead and request docking. Okay, so you're going to stay 0 throttle, full pips and system, boost. Go FA off. Then right at the end, I'm going to pitch up. I'm going to go in backwards. I'm watching my scanner to go through the slot. There we go. And then boost again. Once I'm inside. Oh, I'm going to hit the wall. Didn't do it. Right? So I just was too late with my thrusters and caught the wall. But in short, that's how you do it. Now, I could have boosted a second time. I was a little close, which is why I didn't boost the second time. But, you can boost kind of as many times as you want. You want to be very gentle with your thrusters. You want to stay at 0 throttle. And basically, that's how you do it. And now you see why we call it Coriolis darts. Right? Because it's like you're throwing a dart and you're trying to get a... Oh, you know what? Damn it. I still didn't transfer my FDL. How long is the transfer time from Abernathy? Do you know?
I don't know. I did it from Shinra. So
Okay, okay.
it's
How
probably
long was
around
it from
the same
Shore?
distance,
Yeah.
so
How long was it from there?
25 minutes.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna
25
kill myself
minutes.
real quick so I can get it transferred.
Use the boost to get through.
Come on, come here. I can't flop because I'm in a wing and I don't want to drop the wing. Hello, F1L1P3 underscore 160th soar. What a commander. What a username. Love it.
What?
Did you make it?
Yeah.
Did you make
I
it
had
back
to
out?
dodge a few on the way out. But yeah.
So you made it out.
Nope.
Yeah, so I did sideways in, and then that
Okay.
was a lot easier.
Okay. Yeah, so who's been successful so far?
Me.
Okay, Cement. Lyella, you've done it, right?
Yeah. Although I did come away with 70% hull. I don't know if that counts.
Hey, if you got in and out. Cement, it's 23 minutes, so I'll wait that long.
All right.
I might wind up taking a break and going to get something to drink because, in fact, my voice is, I wouldn't say almost gone, but I just ran out of something to drink, so I'm definitely getting a bit hoarse.
What?
Yeah, man, it's like I've been smoking cigars and drinking whiskey all night.
Yeah, I think the issue mostly is just trying not to hit anyone on the way out.
Yep. Trying to be kind of coy and smooth as you're leaving.
So one thing I've noticed, okay, so what I'll do is I'll pitch up halfway and then I'll hit the half boost from inside the station. And I'll only let it out whenever like I'm super lined up.
Ooh, pilot, nice! You just about got whacked. I'm right behind you, pilot. And just as you were coming out, somebody was coming in.
No.
Yeah, Tyler. So Tyler was saying he's probably going to jump into solo and try it for himself, right? Sure.
What?
Just come join us with everybody. It's got a little more
Does
fun.
making it in count?
Nope.
I made it in. But I
Making it in
Yeah.
is easy. Getting back out sucks.
Yeah. It depends on when you're talking about life or not. Usually in life, getting in's the hard part. All right, here comes pilot's
set
attempt.
up not to be let go.
Here comes pilot's attempt. Come on, pilot. You can do it.
I forgot how you put a dot in the middle of the
No, you
screen.
can't. No, you can't.
The controls.
Yeah, so you go under controls, go under the top section, which is mouse, and at the mouse controls at the very bottom, you'll see mouse widget.
I never use that because I'm using VR, but now I need it.
You know what? And I don't like it on in VR either, so I just toggle it on when I'm doing this and then toggle it back off. Oh, okay, Tyler. Tyler on stream says he's in PS4 anyway, so he can't join us anyway.
Oh.
All right, here comes my next run. If Pilot, did you survive that, or did you finally have to just respawn? Oh, I just saw Lyella spinning. Oh, no, not Lyella. K6. K6. Looks like, yeah, K6 is dead. Okay, here comes X's next run.
I don't think I'm going to survive this one. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, what the hell happened? I miss it altogether. I did. Wow, I got way off course.
My mic has been off for like.
It has.
solid-
Like, you haven't said anything for a while, so yes, yes, it has been. You've been off for a while.
Yeah, strong ass edible.
Dude, oh my god. Yeah, she made them out of 3 jars of AVB. So
what do you make, brownies?
3 full mason jars. 3 full mason jars. I'm a little yeah.
Good for
You're
you.
done.
3 full.
How many have you had?
Well, this is also something you don't enjoy very often, right?
No, it's not. No,
Yeah,
I normally don't
partake.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna watch.
Hey, dude, it's all good. Get in the third-party cam. You can get some video.
Oh, there you go.
All right, here
Actually,
comes
it's not
X
bad.
again. Let's see if
You know, it'd be really great.
I'm just gonna go through
Pilot, do you have
flipping this
VR?
time. Oh, that didn't work.
I do
That
have
didn't
VR,
work.
but I am not going to wear it. No.
Is your
Oh
V-
man, like if we can get somebody just like blasted out of their mind on shrooms and then just do station drills in a vulture, like
What?
That would be
Just
pretty funny.
take the Vive to their face, right?
Either that or just have a multi-crew and just pop right into a neutron.
Well, the first time I did this, I was in VR with Crimson Gamer in multi crew, and that was pretty. I mean, I was sober, but it was still pretty damn intense.
oh, or you know what? If we could get like an 8 shaft cutter, like while you're on shrooms.
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be pretty trippy, right?
Or
Like
like
near a
Max's-
black hole.
Ooh, or Max's
You know?
dumbass. What do you call it? His T10 that has like the 6 or 7 pack hounds on it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, how many? You could get 7 pack hounds on a T10.
Something like that. All I know is it kills my frame rate when I look at it.
Oh, I
so-
bet. I bet. Which GPU do you have, Lila?
I've got dual 980s.
Okay.
What should be overkill, but is not.
Yeah, it was badass at the time, I'm guessing, when you bought it.
At the time, I bought it with 4 980s, but I was
Oh,
hardly
wow,
seeing
okay.
anything. Yeah.
TIs or just 980s?
Just the regular 980s.
Yeah.
I am so lost whenever you guys talk about that, but I'm thinking of getting
Video
myself
card.
a desktop.
Video card.
Like, getting myself like a gaming desktop. I had to work out what I want to put in it.
I mean, in all honesty, you can get away with a lot with just like a
Yeah.
1660.
Oh, sure.
Like it's pretty amazing how far we've come.
Even
with
a
graphics
1070 will still work well. as
Dude, I
well.
found some
Oh,
guy
yeah,
on
1070s are still
I
super
found some
strong.
guy on Craigslist that was asking $1,200 for a Ryzen 5 2600X with 8 gigs of RAM and a 1080, like a base
How much
1080.
was he asking?
$1,200. Like I spec'd it out on
scam you.
PC Park Picker, like brand new. It was 8. I did it with a
That's like-
2060 because you can't get the
yeah.
1080 anymore, and a 2060 is like neck and neck with an old 1080.
It's still like $2,000.
It was
at
no,
least.
no, dude. It was like an $850 build, and he was asking $1,200 for it, right? And I messaged him, and I was like, "I'll give you $600. You do understand that parts depreciate. Gaming PCs don't go up in value as they get old. This is not a vintage car we're talking about, right?
Oh, when was this? Was this
Like
just
yesterday.
recently?
Like yesterday.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like 2 or 3
No,
years
no,
ago.
I'm talking yesterday, right? And he was trying, and he also had it listed as new, right? And I was like, dude, like that's a 2-year-old CPU, a 4-year-old GPU. You're using a 1 terabyte Western Digital Blue, a no-name, non-cache 256 gig SATA SSD, an $80 motherboard, a 500 watt power supply. I mean, it was like brand new. This thing wasn't $1,200.
Well, actually, one of the biggest reasons I haven't upgraded GPUs in years and years now, they're both water cooled.
Oh, okay, okay.
I just don't want to deal with
That's a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Yeah, like I
that
don't want
locks
to
you
deal
in.
with.
Blame you there.
Yeah, like I'd have to drain the loop. I'd have to if the new card doesn't have a block on it, I'd have to put a block
You have to get
on
a new
it.
blocks. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's such a pain in the ass. Like just leave the cards out of the loop. Like that's my best advice.
Yeah, the new
I'm
like
still
I've got
on
a
the GTX 970.
okay. I do have a 2080 Ti, and mine's a triple fan. So I mean,
Hey.
I do have an all-in-one liquid on my CPU.
Sorry.
But the 900 series is still
Bumping
running
me.
strong.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not playing VR, if you're doing 1080p gaming, the 900 series is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just the unfortunate part was the 900 series came out right around when the 1440 monitors were getting
Yeah.
super popular.
Yeah.
They just barely didn't have the VRAM to really run it well.
Well, and you remember there was that whole debacle with the 970. Somebody just came in
Yeah.
and killed themselves and somebody else. That was epic.
I remember that,
Bionic
wasn't
got
it?
killed. That was awesome.
Like a half a gig of the 970 was running at a lower speed or
Right,
something.
right. It was like a 3.5 gigabyte.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a big debacle. And I had a base 1080 that I bought like the first week they came out, and so when the 2080 Ti's came out, and I was VR, playing VR on it, and when the
Yeah.
base 2080 Ti's came out, it was a perfect time for me to build a new system anyway. So I just went ahead and sold the 1080 and just went whole hog and bought the Ti, and I've been thrilled with it.
I was
those are
still receiving my GI bill whenever I built this thing. It was
Stop it! I'm
so
filming.
I just threw as much money at it as I could at 5960X, 4 980s. Like,
Damn it. Boy, I'm not having a good time
I wish I
tonight. I've
could
only
have
done
gone
it
away with
once.
that.
there's a big part of me that wishes I hadn't these days.
I know, I've just been upgrading my computer over the last 10 years.
That's the better way. Well, I don't know. The 5960X is still holding pretty strong after 6 years now.
Yeah, I made it out of the station.
Hey, you did it. Sweet. I'm going to try one more time, and then 13 minutes. Okay, so I was going to say that I could stream. You know what? Stream, it's up to you guys. Let's see if I get an answer to this. Do you guys want to see a 1v1 with me and Cement? If you guys want to.
Are there rocks here?
No. In this system?
Yeah.
We usually just do it right outside. No, there's not. And I can't jump in it. It doesn't have it's only got a 2D FSD on it. Plus, I suck ass in rocks.
This is why you need a fleet carrier so you can move it around.
I mean, I will give you a hint. Like, the best way to get used to rocks is fighting in rocks.
Of course. Hey, somebody just got out. Opal Ring, did you do it? Or was that were you just leaving the station?
No, that was me actually.
Why are you
making it
shooting
out.
me?
Oh, okay.
Please stop.
Okay, gotcha.
The last few times I've been hit on the way out of the mail slot.
Ah, gotcha. All right, I'm going to try
This is
one
not
more.
PvP, Bill.
Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, guys, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to take a quick break, go get something to drink, and I'll just pause that. I'll just put up the waiting screen for a second on the Discord. On the stream, and then I'll come back, and then Cement and I can have a 1v1, and then I'll call it a night after that.
Cement, please stop. This is not. I don't feel like dying tonight.
Play nice.
I'm gonna make another run at this with my Racing Eagle because this.
Oh, there you go.
Notes on this.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to do one more. Oh, I know what all right, I'm actually aborting that run because I just realized what I'm doing wrong.
Now I just need to find a squadron to play with.
Well, come join Squadron 11, our squadron. For anybody that's interested, if there are anybody that's interested in that, our recruiting rules are in the welcome channel. So details for joining us are in there. Oh, we've got a cutter that's going to give it a try. Rui, Ru Vosh, if I'm saying that right.
I was gonna say I didn't think
Real fresh, but no. I'm not gonna try it with a cutter.
I will.
No balls.
Okay, here it goes. I'm going to do, this is the last run I'm going to try.
I will submit if we don't actually kill each other because I don't feel like playing V by tonight.
Fine, we can go to 50% hull if you want.
You're gonna win because this is not engineered for PvP. This is my runabout.
Oh.
Alright, you ready?
Oh, you were close. Oh.
Alright, let's do this.
Almost. Damn, almost. At least I got in that time. I clipped somebody on the way in.
Oh, Jesus, so much easier in the Racing Eagle.
Isn't it? Yeah, versus these unengineered ships.
Yeah, it's the pitch speed is the problem.
Absolutely. So, okay, well, folks, I'm going to take a quick break. So for stream, I'm just going to toss the break screen up for a bit. And just go to the restroom.
Oh, God.
Grab something to drink. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And yeah, Discord, hang tight, and I will be back. And we're back, folks. I hope not everybody scampered off. Yeah, we lost. No, we didn't lose that many, actually. So welcome back, guys. I'm going to, the last thing I'm going to say is, probably should have said this ahead of time, I am going to do this fight in VR. So be ready for a little shaky cam. I'll try to stay as stable as I possibly can, but I can't fight for shit when I'm not in VR. So forgive me. We're just going to do it in VR. Now, as I interrupt the guys coming back, they were discussing a ship build. Can you guys maybe just give a quick catch kind of folks up a little bit onto what you're discussing, just so that, you know, they get maybe some value out of it?
Yeah, actually. So we were discussing, Deadeye was asking, like, where do I get started in PvP? So I linked the EDTutorials website and the article about getting started in PvP. And that also goes over, like, the ship build recommendation, like the 5 booster FDL. Jesus, that reminds me, I gotta actually submit that article for the next one. It's why we recommend the 5 booster FDL. Like breaking it down, how it works.
Sure.
And then we started talking about the Mamba.
Yeah, and then I was discussing, like, I have gone through 8 builds for the Mamba so far, just trying to find something that works. I'm convinced that you just kind of have to use Harry's build. Like that's the only one that works.
You know, I use a very similar to my FDL and all gimbal multi-cannon. Sorry, I just swallowed something wrong. I tend to do overcharge on the
I hope we bought you dinner
huge.
first.
Yeah, exactly. I tend to do overcharge on the huge, efficient on the 2 larges, and then a high cap on the 2 smalls. Because if you do overcharged on the huge and the 2 larges, it's just way too hot.
I just don't like that. You're never. It's not as versatile as the FDL. You can't
I agree.
just like. You can't just like toss on anything and you're like, yeah, it'll probably work on the FDL. The Mamba, you got to put some honest thought into your build, and even then, it's gonna be really situational.
Yep.
Like I copy pasted Rui's Beam to Lance build onto a Mamba, and first of all, I had to go a fixed on the huge and the large, and then like a gimbaled on the other large, or else it was just never gonna hit anything. And then
Stream, forgive me for a second. I've got to reset Discord and everything to set up my VR. So
It has more. I like the speed of it. That's about it that it really has over
that speed almost works against you though in a tournament environment. Like when you're fighting in the rocks, like
Oh yeah, you're fighting the rocks. You have a problem.
like boosting at 590 and not being able to maneuver is a bad situation when you've got rocks.
Oh yeah, that's unless you're really good. Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, mic check real quick. If I can just confirm you guys have got me.
Yeah.
Copy.
Yep.
Perfect. Stream, if you guys could just drop a quick note and confirm for me that you can hear me okay, that'd be great. And let's.
But besides the Ferdinand, what's another ship that is a good PvP ship?
Chieftain.
Chieftain.
Yeah, the Chieftain's probably the best bet.
Chieftain.
Uh,
It's better than the hull tank.
Great, thank you, Stream.
And there's nothing wrong with
I never actually thought of. I've never actually made a proper hull tank. I'm usually a shield person.
The Python is really good 1v1, but it's kind of in the same boat as the Crate. It's just not really good
It's a big
in
target.
a wing fight. Yeah, it's really slow, which hampers it in a wing fight.
I'm assuming you wouldn't recommend any of the large ships.
Not if you're a beginner.
No,
now.
absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. Give
Like
me
the
just a sec,
medium-
guys. Let me interrupt for just a quick. So, Stream, give me a second here, guys. I'm going to set up and use my a different view, and so it's going to be stretched here for a second. So I'm going to so bear with me a moment while I kind of work out the aspect ratio, because if I go with this, you guys will get a bigger field of view for the fight. But it's going to take me a minute to get this all set up. So I just wanted to point that out real quick while they're chit-chatting. So forgive a little bit of amateur hour here while I'm kind of dragging stuff into place and working this out. So go ahead, guys. Back to you guys.
Yeah, like the Chieftain, I think is a good option to start out. If you can get fair 1v1s, then it's extremely competitive. It's not super like specialized. Like you can,
Hmm.
it's kind of in the same boat as the FTL. You got a lot of options when it comes to weapons.
So I was about to ask that weapons. What would be a good for a beginner?
So I actually do still say like PAs and rails. For one, they're the mainstay weapons in PvP, but for two, like yeah, it gives you a lot of the PAs don't hold you back like the gimbaled weapons in PvE do. Like even if you're not hitting a whole lot and you're like crutching on your wingmen, like that's still like you're still learning using PAs as opposed
It's
to with
also
gimbal multis.
it's also more fun to use fixed weapons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so guys, if you don't mind, let me bring this back for a brief second. So guys, I'm also not going to be able to see chat during this since I'm going to be in VR and I didn't set up the overlay app. If maybe you guys can just confirm for me, I'll glance up under my headset, that right now you've got a pretty good field of view, and I'm going to try to not talk so much because it's going to make my head bounce around. And this is specifically on the stream, not so much, I guess I stopped streaming in Discord anyway, because I've got it like stretched back down, so it might not be the perfect aspect ratio. It still might be a little bit wonky. But let me get into the cockpit, and you guys tell me if this generally looks good. Is it centered? Is there anything like very bad about it?
Oh, you're kind of shaking like a crack.
Yeah,
baby,
that's this headset, and just because I'm talking. But just looking straight ahead right now, can you see my pips, for example?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with this. I'm actually for this going to turn. I might mute I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I mute Discord and crank up the game audio for this? And I'm more asking stream this. Would you rather me leave Discord? I might not chat and maybe have like almost Ella play commentary. Maybe, maybe that'd be interesting. Why don't we do this? Cement, can you stream into Discord and let Liella kind of do a commentary while we're fighting?
Yeah, sure.
Liella, are you up for that?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
And stream, what do you guys think of that? You like that idea? Just trying to look. And yeah, guys, I'm going to try, I'm not going to talk during the fight, because when I talk, I'm an animated speaker anyway. It gives all these little head movements like I'm doing right now. And so if I don't speak, it'll be a little bit better.
I try not to talk during fights.
Plus,
I get too distracted.
Cement's getting pretty good, so this is going to be a good fight, I think.
He's getting pretty good, but his name is I'm bad at this game.
Okay.
It's real easy to think that, but like
No,
I know
his name of his ship is it's
I
bad.
know. I also know a lot of the people that Cement fights against, and like it's real easy to think that.
What is your ship name, Cement?
I'm bad at this game.
Ah, gotcha. Let's, why don't we wing up, go. And we're gonna, guys, I guess we'll do it out here so you guys can watch. I was gonna jump to Super Cruise, but let's just stay here, Cement.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Jazz thinks he's bad, but I'm like, dude, you spend all day fighting Yamato and Pig. Of course you're gonna think you're bad.
Right.
Let's get a bit away from the station.
Yes,
now.
agreed. I'm gonna just follow you. So if you guys that are here want to watch this, feel free to follow us.
That's Imperial Curry.
Okay, that should be about good.
And so, yeah, like I said, I'm going to turn up game audio for this. And then for the most part, once we start, I'm going to stop speaking. Imagine that, X being quiet for about 5 or 10 minutes.
All right, guys. So later.
You feel like we're far enough, Cement?
Yeah, it should be fine. If people want to back off a little bit, though, because
yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be ramming into people.
Exactly. So please try to stay 3-ish kilometers away from us, please.
For people watching both streams, like, you notice how they're both in 240 right now? Like that is actually the pip setting you want to be in for the vast majority of the time. Like anytime you can be in that, that's perfect.
You know what? Actually, hold on a second. That's a good idea. Why don't I set it up? Man, is there a way I can do a picture-in-picture and show Cement's view? Give me a second, guys. If you're up for that, let's see, how am I going to do that? Give me just a quick sec here, because I think that might be cool. What do you guys think?
Yeah, if you can do it.
Gonna do a different one.
Even if it's just like a little square in the corner or something. Okay.
Gotta capture the right monitor though.
I thought you just had the one big fat monitor.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Let me crop that down. And now I think what I'm gonna do is put Cement in the upper right, like that.
Yeah, it works.
There we go. What do you guys think of that? Kind of a, let's see what my view is. All right.
Yeah, you can still see.
Yeah, can you kind of make out what he's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cement, let's wait till this search and rescue anaconda goes away. I assume it won't stay.
He's giving me fuel. I don't know why. But okay.
Did he seriously?
Yeah, they're giving me fuel.
Yeah, the search and rescue ones will.
Oh, that's hysterical. Were you not full?
I don't even need any.
That is absolutely great. I've heard of that, but I've not actually seen it before. We are in anarchy space, so we could just kill him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to waste ammo.
No, I agree. I agree. Nor do I.
Oh my god.
Are you still in that I might not finish this 1v1 with ammo stage?
No, but probably just close enough, right? Every now and then I run out of rail ammo.
Oh, yeah, no, 1v1, that's totally understandable.
Sure.
Actually, let's go a bit away, bit further away.
I'm following you.
All right. Oh my god.
I haven't been in VR in like 2 weeks. It's funny when I take a break from VR for a while and I play some. It's like I remember how awesome it is in VR. For those that have never,
are you still doing pips manually?
No. I've got 4. Okay. I've got macros so that, like, there's my 4 macros that I can pop between really quickly. So for those that have never seen, certainly me stream in VR, all this jumping around and jerkiness that you see, realize that I don't see any of it. So for me in VR, it's perfectly smooth. The world is nice and stationary. It's just says the tracking on the headset I use is pretty twitchy, is the way I would say it. You're seeing all the little tiny micro movements in my head that I don't see. So, but when I stop talking, it'll be and plus when I'm moving around in the fight, it'll be actually smoother. So we'll get going. Here's the traditional how a 1v1 starts, and then I'm going to let kind of Lyella take over. Is that another limpet? Oh my God, they're still sending you limpets?
They'll ignore you.
All right, once we get going, I think they will. Etiquette is you line up with each other, you pick a time or say go, and then you pass each other, and once you've passed, that's when you can open fire. So you wait until that pass is complete, and then you're good to go. So Cement, are you ready, buddy?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go.
Is that you?
Zax, remember, like, you actually don't have to just sit 402 at that distance. Like, I usually just throw 4 pips into systems whenever I know that I'm in PA range, like coming into that 2 kilometers.
That fuel and rescue is still trying to get to you.
There we go. That's what I'd like to see. Yeah, because that first pass you were boosting into his pitch vector. Really want to just stick into that yaw. So it makes it a lot more difficult for it to turn around on you. Especially with these gimbal multis, you just want maximum time on target.
Cement, why don't you tell the guys real quick about what you're running, build-wise?
It's 3 PAs. One of them's thermal conduit, and 2 railguns, 1 feedback and 1 super pen.
What's your mix? Do you go 2 efficient, 1 short range, or just all efficient?
They're all efficient.
Okay. You could probably get away with 1 SRB on that real easily. But yeah, 3 PAs and 2 rails is just a super common build. It gives you a lot of flexibility. You can run target lock breaker or dispersal, which target lock breaker, exactly how it sounds. Detargets whatever you're targeting. If you get hit by it, dispersal, it makes it so that your weapons act as if they are chaffed for 5 seconds, which, especially in this fight, is super helpful in conserving Cement's, his chaff usage against a gimbaled opponent.
Talk about what conduit is, thermal conduit.
Oh yeah, thermal conduit. It used to be a lot weaker. It is almost the standard meta these days. Anytime you're over 100 heat, it will increase your plasma damage by 60%. So that's pretty significant. There's a lot of people running builds that'll throw out like 700, 800 damage in a single volley if they're over 100 heat. And X, what are you running on your multis? Is it all auto loaders?
Nice timing, Sabet. I missed his back. No, I'm running overcharged on 3 of them. Actually, yeah, 3 of. Hold on. 3 of them. Efficient on 1, and then I was running efficient on 2 just for heat reasons. But now I run, since I'm running the rail, I'm just running efficient on 1 of them.
Okay.
And then incendiary on 3, and then emissive and, or is it dispersal or emissive? I can't remember.
Emissive is usually the one you want to take in PvP. So, for everyone in chat, I guess. Silent running is now, like, once again, a huge thing in PvP. Popping heat sinks, well, that kind of thing, just to get yourself off radar, get yourself untargeted. So emissive, like, makes it so that game plan breaks down entirely. A single emissive multi-cannon can definitely make the difference, especially if you're fighting someone like Rui or Torrid, who very much rely on that silent game.
And I just popped both my heat sinks. Or both my cell banks, and I don't think you got me, Cement.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, that was real good timing. I will say, try to boost a little bit wider, X. Okay. Like I said, you want that maximum time on target. And Cement, it looks like that chat, like you're popping chaff a little bit too early. You want to really try to just manual dodge when he's still out at 3 kilometers, and then once he's right up in that 2 kilometers, that's when you want to hit that chaff.
Alright.
I mean, the same thing. You got to be laterally boosting, just trying to create crazy angles so that those gimbals can't track quite as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do think you're spending a little bit too long in 402. Your X, like.
Yeah, I tend to be pretty paranoid, to be honest with you. Like, I just try to make sure that if I'm gonna take shots.
So again, for people in chat, the reason I say this is because pips and systems, obviously it makes your shields about 2.5 times stronger if you have 4 pips and systems. 4 pips and engines obviously makes your ship much more maneuverable. So in this case, it would give him a lot more time on target, a lot more maneuverability to just like flip over very quickly and get back to shooting, or just flying like a jackass to try to dodge PAs. But on the other hand, pips and weapons, if you already have a full capacitor, those aren't actually doing anything for you, so they're better off somewhere else.
I think I got that one, Cement, did I?
Didn't see the icon pop up.
Okay. And so what we're talking about, talk about cell bank canceling, Lyella.
Okay, so generally, everybody knows, I think, how shield cell banks work. You hit them, and there's a short spin up time, and then your shields start recharging at an increased rate. If you
God damn it, my cargo scoop got open somehow. I was like, what is wrong? Why can't I boost? Dude, it's on a switch that there's no way that I accidentally hit it. It's like there's no way.
I have hit so many weird things when I was starting on PvP.
Because I felt like I was like, what is wrong? Like, why can't I fucking boost all of a sudden?
You might have
No, it's on a switch.
Done a half boost?
It's on a switch bot. There's no way. It's physically no way I could get to it.
But back to shield cell banks and cascade rails. So basically, if you get hit with a cascade rail or a feedback cascade, which is an effect on long range rails, I
think I got that one. Didn't I, the first one?
It'll cancel out up to 90% of the value, of the megajoule value that you get back from a shield cell bank. That's why we say a lot of times to bank really early, like when you're on 2 rings. If you're in PvP. In PvE, it doesn't matter because, the NPCs don't have cascade rails. But for us, it's super obvious when you're going to bank if you wait until, you're on 1 ring. Everyone knows it.
And I waited way too late, for example.
So now all Cement has to do is he's got to kind of sit back in medium range. He's kind of holding his boost in, and the second that he sees it, and you see that he's checking with rails quite often in these passes now. And that's purely because everyone knows, you got to use those banks now, or else you're going to lose them.
Couldn't tell if I got that one off without you getting it.
Do you know you can check there's a little minus icon?
Yeah, I just can't see it when I'm in VR.
Oh, okay. That's one of the things I would really like to see added to this game. If we could get the debuff icons, see how he's targeting it as Commander XX Cement X dot MySpace. If I could get the icon underneath that would be fucking fantastic. And the same thing with the corrosive and drag and all those effects. That would be just incredible. So, Cement, one thing I'm seeing on your end, after you hit that, okay, so you're turning around here, and you usually go 0.024, and then you boost around, right? Or you go 240 and boost. You can actually cheat back into 24 for a few seconds, while you're still at that really long range, and then swap back into something, because as soon as you boost, it's registered as 240, and you'll get that full boost speed. So you just kind of ride that and hit back into weapons to give yourself a little bit more going into the joust.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't have any in my distro. I could have cancelled that. God damn it.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I make most of my builds around being just so pit flexible. Always got something in the caps. But the downside, obviously, is my build is super low DPS, for the current meta anyway.
That was not a good RAM for you.
Not on my screen.
Oh, you ran. We absolutely hit. I think we hit
Yeah,
them.
not on my screen.
Oh, interesting.
It's a little bit of that Australian ram.
And so here, you'll notice when we get past 3 kilometers, I don't even bother to use my multis because I'm just wasting ammo at that time because I'm not doing any damage at that range. So I switch to my rail.
I'm kind of with Yamato on this one. Like, I guess in a 1v1 it doesn't matter too much, but I almost don't even know if it's worth it checking with rails unless you're expecting a bank.
Yeah, I guess I feel like I've got the ammo. I might as well do a little
Yeah.
extra damage. I mean, that's been my logic.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, I mean, because the reason that we used to do it all the time is because, like, quite frankly, people's PA aim wasn't as good 2 or 3 years ago. So, you know, we knew that we could hit with the rail, so that would really stop that 10 seconds for regenning a bi-weave.
Well, and also when bi-weaves were a lot more popular, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the game overall was a lot lower DPS. Like, if you would have thrown in SRB plasmas with TC back then, like all those 2 booster bi-weaves.
Okay, now cement just got broken.
Yeah. So this is where, like, this is the point where, like, I would be abusing silent running, especially since, you know, cement's not going to get his shields back. Like, so silent running only helps him get thermal conduit up.
Yeah, and explain why is he not going to get his shields back?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming you're both running prismatics.
Yep.
So with a prismatic, unlike I know a lot of PvE builds use bioweaves, and a lot of PvP builds use bioweaves as well. But in a prismatic with like 4 shield cell banks, you're not getting those shields back up. The rebuild time is like 15 minutes or something stupid like that.
We're not. How close are we getting to the station? Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, you're fine. Still like 10, 15 kilometers out. But yeah, so if you're not going to get your shields back up, and especially in a wing fight, you might as well go silent, because the only people that can target you then are the ones that you're immediately shooting at. Like, so all of their wingmates, like, are going to have a real tough time, like, finishing you off after your shields drop. But as well, silent running also drastically heats up your ship, which, as we alluded to, is very, like, important in the new meta, because thermal conduit will give you a plus 60% damage bonus. So now, basically every shot that cement takes is gonna be that plus 60%. Yeah, blank file, that only applies if you're moving at under 100 meters per second. And if you're not taking any damage, which is not...
What was that question?
Reboot your shields.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a possibility most of the time in PvP, especially in a 1v1.
It takes 30 seconds. Like you said, you have to be under 100 meters a second.
And not receiving damage is the important part. So that's why if you see somebody start to like slow down...
you can't be receiving damage, because Cement and I were talking about that last night. I did not think that was the case.
Yeah, that's why, like, that's why we tend to rail spam people who are running off. Because we're like, okay, well, he might get the reboot off, but he's not going to get his shields back. The only time that you really can use that is when, like, if you've brought it down, if you're in a wing fight and you've brought it down to like 2v1 or 3v2, you can, like, 2 people can peel.
You felt that one, didn't you, Cement?
Then you can, like, run off.
On my screen, I was nowhere near you.
Really? You were nowhere near me?
I was nowhere near you. Lyle, did you see that?
Yeah, that was.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch it, because I mean, it was like I planned that coming in the whole way.
Yeah.
I'm at 9% shield, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was more telling the audience.
And the secret is this is actually a lot closer than it looks, because they're both prismatics. They both have shield cell banks on, which means they have almost no hull underneath. That means like two or three plasma volleys, and cement will have this.
Yep.
Hey,
But
y'all
on the
getting
other
pretty
hand,
close to the station.
Oh, we are pretty close. Cement, let's... I don't know if we want to try to work... Oh, well, we're in anarchy space. Doesn't matter. As long as we don't hit the station,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
but on the other hand, hitting like it actually does make it a little bit more difficult when the shields go down because the FDL's hitbox goes down pretty dramatically. Cement, did you turn your boosters off at some point?
I did.
Ooh.
Oh, we got his shields back. Look at that.
So that is a tactic that you can use, like turning off all your shield boosters.
That was actually probably a really good tactic in this fight.
Yeah. So now Cement's got his prismatic back, which it's going to be drastically
he probably
weaker.
just won this fight because of that.
I don't know. Like, it's going to be dramatically weaker than a standard FDL. Or a standard shield, that is. So it's not going to take as long to break through.
Well, I've only got my huge left. I'm out of ammo in all my mediums. And there go my shields. So now literally I just have to go as defensive, as evasive as I possibly can and basically slowly try to pick him to death.
Yeah.
With my one weapon that's left.
Yeah, but see, even with that one multi, you've got him on Ghost. Oh,
Alright, he lost his shields again. Yep. Yeah, he broke again.
Do you have corrosive on the huge?
I don't.
Oh.
Corrosive on one of the mediums that always goes first. My thinking is I haven't wanted to give up the extra damage on the huge that Incendiary gives me against shields.
I mean, I'd rarely use full multi builds, so I've only got like 2 or 3 sets of class 4 multis, but they're all emissive on mine.
On the huge?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, it's usually either a part of a Dutchman build or a part of an SRB build. Yeah, see, and at this point, I'm pretty sure Cement's probably out of chaff. Like, there's...
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I think he's been out for a while. And you notice, like, I've just completely given up pips and systems because I am not going to get mine back in time. And so I can just keep full pips in engines and pip or 2 pips in weapons.
Yeah, because that the one multi-cannon especially is not taking anything.
I'm just...
You got module reinforcement on that?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I do. So, no sense in targeting my power plant, because, yeah, I do.
Sure about that? I just took it down to 75%.
No, it is armored.
One shot.
Oh, you got away with armored on that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because of the multi-cannons.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I just took you down to 75% in one shot.
I'll have to double check then. I'm pretty sure it is. Boy, this is just going to be attrition here at the end, isn't it?
Steven, it is not possible to engineer Guardian modules.
Correct.
Usually Guardian modules are about the equivalent of grade 3 engineered human modules. Like, it's not a 1-to-1 equivalent, obviously. But
the distributor is kind of like a grade 3 engine focused. Or weapon focused, rather. Forgive me.
And the power plant's kind of like a grade 3 overcharge.
Yeah.
Which is not a great situation, because like a grade 5 overcharge is actually more heat efficient than a Guardian power plant.
Oh, there it goes.
Power plant.
Is it out?
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely not armored. Oh, well, at least I don't think it is.
I mean, is it out? I can't see it.
Yeah, it's
See what you
Okay.
can turn off and maybe get that multi-cannon back.
I mean, is there anything I can do at this point?
Uh,
At out, let's see. Hold on, where is it?
Yeah, try throwing the multi on one.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, because it's just the one multi that you have. This is a close fight.
This is the closest fight we've ever had, isn't it? Oh, that did it.
Yeah. Nice.
The ram did it right there at the end. You clipped right across me. Woo!
Not on my screen again.
Oh, dude, yeah. That was a wow. That was a good fight. Annoying. That was a good fight. Lyella, explain what happened there with the power plant at the end.
Okay, so what Cement was trying to do, I think he was having a hard time hitting X's ship with the plasmas, so he's trying to plant X. What that did was shut off the vast majority of X's modules. So that's why you saw him going into his power priorities and then like trying to figure out, okay, well, like what can I do here? What can I turn on to get back into this fight? Which thankfully he could get the one multi-cannon back, which is really all he needed since Cement was already on 3%.
Well, and it was the only weapon I had left anyway, right?
Yeah.
And since at that point, all I have on one is thrusters, life support. I didn't even put distributor on one. I put distributor on 3. And so I very quickly could just put the multi-cannon back on 1. And I probably should even leave it there. So, and explain the 40% issue.
Yeah.
Like why that worked.
So 40%, like once the power plant gets taken out, you are down to 40%. That's all you got.
Meaning it generates 40% of its total power. Yeah,
it's a normal output. So what I usually tend to do is all I really want is thrusters and sensors, maybe. Thrusters and sensors. And then if I can get away with like a chaff or a heat sink, that's usually cool. If I can't, I guess not. But yeah, basically you just want enough so that you're not sitting dead in the water. If you can get one weapon or two back up, like X did, he could get that one multi-cannon working. That's great. But yeah, the biggest fear in PvP is not only do you get planted, but then you get planted and immediately die because your thrusters go out. So if you do get planted and then you can survive for another 30 seconds, another minute or two, that gives your wingmates a lot of time to come in and try to clean things up while you're dying.
And give me a second, guys. I'm going to try to fix the, I'm going to go back to the view that's not all screwed up like this. There we go. Let me just center it.
Because one of the big misconceptions in PvP, I mean, because it's obviously not all 1v1, and in a wing fight, like I don't care if I die. Like that is not important to me at all. Like your job is to stay alive as long as you can, and try to throw out as much damage as you can, obviously. But if all I'm doing is being evasive and staying alive, and my wingmates are taking people out left and right, perfectly fine with me.
And yeah, guys, sorry, I just saw a mention about sound crackling. Sorry about that. Lyola's got a little bit of a microphone issue at the moment, so we apologize, guys. Just the nature of what's up tonight.
Is my mic doing the thing again?
Yeah, well, it's different than before. It's just crackling. Like there's, I don't know how to describe it, and it's like a short in the cable is what it sounds like. I don't necessarily think that's what it is. Might be something with Discord, but yeah, there is a crackle. It's been there all night long. It just hasn't. You haven't been talking as much, as you were during all that.
Yeah.
I did see somebody comment that I don't know where it was back there that they could watch Lyella or listen to Lyella, do commentary over PvP all night long. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll admit, from my perspective, that was actually a ton of fun. Cement, great fight. In my opinion, that's the most fun fight we've ever had. And I kind of hate that it ended, especially with a ram, but not only that, but with a ram that you couldn't see. So I hope for you guys watching the split screen was interesting. I'd love to get you guys feedback on if this was something that you guys enjoyed, if this is something that we should do again sometime. As I said, Cement, I don't know how much fun that was for you, but it was a blast for me.
Yeah, it was fun.
Right.
I liked it.
I'm sure it's frustrating when, a ram like that happens that you don't get to see.
Yeah, it is. But
it's one of those things you just kind of got to accept. Like I've been shadow rammed by Jazzod so many times, It's I don't even get mad at this point.
Yeah, I mean, because it does just happen, right? And
Yeah.
it's
'Cause
sad because
I know
it's
he doesn't mean to.
exactly
I know I
right.
didn't
Well, and
mean to.
I'll admit, a few times I absolutely was going for the ram. Now I didn't realize it was going to be a shadow ram that cement wouldn't see. Right. I mean, that wasn't the my plan. My plan was to get the ram, not to hide it, but to get the ram. That
Yeah.
class 6, that class 5 hard point is pretty important, right? So yeah, if you guys would like to see more of that, I'll definitely in the future we'll do that. Maybe tomorrow night when we do the PvP piracy. Cement, I don't know if you're going to be around if you want to join for that. The wing we put together, depending on who we've got, I might even quad screen that since it would maybe be 4 of us in a wing. I'll have to figure, actually, I'll have to figure out a way to do that maybe though. With this, it's easy because you can stream into Discord and I can just capture that, and overlay that.
What time is that going to be? Because
It's tomorrow night, same time as tonight, so 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because we've got a league match tomorrow. I can't even remember who we're fighting.
Okay. What time do you know?
Yeah, it's 1800 UTC, so I should be plenty of time to get to that.
Okay, yeah, because we start at 20. We start at midnight UTC.
Okay.
Right, so quite a bit after you guys then. So
yeah.
Well, guys,
we're fighting mostly the Warriors are weird, so that should be an easy fight.
Okay, gotcha. And no, unfortunately, Richard, I don't play on Xbox. We do have some Xbox guys in the Discord. We've got a little bit of a console players between Xbox and PS4. And forgive me if you guys hear the battling around. My kitten is trying to drag her little fishing pole toy, little toy on a stick that I dangle for. He's trying to drag that through the cat door at the moment. So forgive the noise you might hear. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. At Discord, I'm not obviously leaving just this second, but I'm gonna say goodnight to stream. So thanks for joining. Tomorrow night we'll do, as I said, PvP piracy. I'll be joined by members of Code. Not sure everybody's going to be there. I know White Star's going to be there. I would guess Chippy and Neo will also be there. They're the leaders of Code. We're going to talk about what PvP piracy is, how it works, the difference in it and griefing, why it's not griefing, how we role play it, the mechanics behind it, the ships to use, the modules to use, kind of the whole thing, soup to nuts. Then Wednesday at 4 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock UTC, we'll do Sidewinder Slaughter again. So that's Sidewinder Slaughter Europe. If you watch tonight, you're not able to join, you're able to join on Wednesday or sometime. It is as much fun as it looks. I think it's a blast. I always look forward to it. It gets high marks from those that do join us. And then on Friday, I haven't nailed down exactly yet, but I've got a guest lined up that we're trying to work out the exact time and hoping he can be there at the normal time. And then I'll put up a little announcement on the channel or put the stream announcement up. He's a fellow creator, newer to the scene, a little bit of a smaller channel, but doing really well so far. So hoping to have him on Friday. And yeah, and it's kind of been nice to do a stream where we played the game a bit and didn't bitch about things and didn't have to complain and give feedback and just enjoyed the game that we all actually, love so much. So thanks everybody for joining. Hope you can join in for other things. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon. And as always, remember to fly dangerously. See you guys.